Yes, come on, get in there. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan live at the Kassam Stadium. I'm joined by Oscar, Chelsea fan.
I don't really know what to say, lads. It's not been a good week for the Chelsea boys. But we go again, man. We move. We keep fighting. Keep the blue flag flying high. All that good stuff.
We go again. I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Oscar, it's not been a good week. It's not been a good freaking year for us over at Anfield. I don't know, mate. I don't know, man. I've had it up to here with a whole host of things, but I guess we'll talk about it on the pod.
He said with a whole host of things.
And I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Hi, there's been many outs on this podcast, yeah. We've had Wenger out, we had Arteta out. I think we're going to have Potter out someday coming. But, man, I'm saying I am Ten Hag in, baby. It's a feel-good factor right now in Manchester. It won't last long because we've got City next. But I'm enjoying my life right now, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm a happy man on a podcast for once in my life.
He's Ten Hag in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the FA Cup weekend has been fully upon us. The Arsenal taking on Oxford United at the Kassam Stadium live right now. We've also been, we've seen Manchester United go through against Everton. Was it Everton you played?
Everton.
Everton. Chelsea going out to Man City 4-0 at the Etihad. And Liverpool held to a 2-2 draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers, although people might suggest Wolverhampton Wanderers should be in the fourth round, right?
Well, Peter.
Yes.
I need to call it out now. I don't care if it goes for me. I don't care if it goes against me. The standard of officiating in this country is diabolical. Wolverhampton Wanderers were screwed at Anfield. They were screwed.
They were.
How do you know if it was offside? Listen, first things first. Let's just kick off with that. Yeah.
No, absolutely. They were screwed, in my opinion. And if a Liverpool fan is saying it, then there's all sorts going wrong. Yes.
We got some wonderful commenters in the building. Shout out to everybody locked in already. Murad says, good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on the same day that I want Arsenal to lose. What kind of pathetic mindset is that? You want Arsenal to lose? Come on, man. Come on. Pete, do you agree with that? You agree with that? You want Arsenal to lose?
Oh, what? Because he's Gooner, isn't he?
He's an Arsenal fan. He wants Arsenal to lose.
Nah, mate, I'm all about the trophies, bro. Let me keep it a buck, yeah? I want to win every trophy. Do you know I'm still annoyed about us losing to Brighton? I'm still annoyed. So, because right now we'll be playing Manchester United at Old Trafford in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. That's a big game. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there for the big moments. You know what I'm saying? So
will you? No, we're not.
So basically, Brighton beat us. They played Charlton, and Charlton are now playing you. Yeah. So if we beat Brighton, we would obviously dispatch Charlton, and then we'll be head to head with Manchester United.
Hey, don't disrespect Charlton like that.
Yeah.
I'm a second team now, man.
Assad says Barn football, but João Felix, baby. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Potentially João Felix heading to the bridge. Assad also said, I was considering going to the bridge for our game against Palace, but I'm saving my money. Fair play, man. Big up Lola, big up David, big up Taha, big up everyone in the building. Keep leaving your comments. But Pete, Lola don't agree with Murad. She's saying, look, you can't want Arsenal to lose. Fix up.
Absolutely. We want to win every game. Every game we are part of, I want to win.
It's a cheeky night in Oxfordshire. Like, enjoy yourself.
Mr. Village, make it happen.
It ain't Monday night without top four. Taha says, why am I seeing Saka and Martinelli? It's a huge risk, especially huge risk of injury, especially because the pitch is not the best. Well, where you not
see that? You see that centre circle? Yay!
No, I won't lie.
It's spooky.
I'm very surprised. I am very surprised that there's a couple strong heads in that side. Although it might go to the point that Mikel might be having is like, look, I've got no other players now. He could play Marquinhos. I don't know. Is Smith Rowe on the bench? Does anyone know?
Yeah, he said he's on the bench. I remember.
So, you know what I'm saying? We've got a little Smith that can bring.
Smith Rowe's fully back, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Rowe is back, blood. That's what I'm saying. We've got Head Turner in goal. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I think we could have switched it up. They're a League One side, Oxford United. You know what I'm saying? They're a League One side. We don't need to be playing Saka and Martinelli. Personally speaking, I think we could have rested them. I thought they weren't going to play because I saw some Instagram pictures of these men in France. I thought, okay. You know what I'm saying? I saw Gabriel and Martinelli in France. Who else? There was a couple other people, man. But yeah, yeah, man. So look, as long as we win, that's what I care about. Sambi Lakonga, El Neni getting a run.
Hey,
To see.
Peter, I'm not watching the game, yeah. But Sambi Ball,
Hey.
get ready. Get ready.
Hey,
All your fans, get ready.
Listen, big up Sambi Lakonga, bro. He gave me a gift, bro. That I was just over the moon.
Sambi Ball, man. Sambi Ball. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the current situation. I think we on this weekend, the FA Cup isn't necessarily our go-to tournament, but we dabble in FA Cup. But I felt like, since the weekend has happened, I think it's best to talk about each team. Each of our teams. We've got Arsenal representation, we've got Chelsea, we've got Manchester United, we've got Liverpool representation. I think it's only fair that, look, we discuss our club's state at the moment and see where we are.
We had some midweek. We had some midweek football as well.
We had some midweek
prem.
We had a couple of midweek prem. You know what I'm saying? So
we did have midweek. Yeah.
So Oscar, look, speaking of midweek, Chelsea played Manchester City twice in the last couple of days, and in the league was more of a better showing against Man City, and then in the FA Cup they got absolutely battered. Where are you currently with Chelsea at the moment? Where is your mind? I've seen people calling for Potter's head. There were chanting of Thomas Tuchel and Roman Abramovich at the Etihad yesterday, or the day before. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the current state at Chelsea at the minute?
The current state of Chelsea is quite a sad state of affairs, man. Our team hasn't seemed to have found any identity under Graham Potter. Like nothing seems to have really changed from the Tuchel days. It feels a bit like he's still trying to figure out the players he has. He's settled on a formation, which seems good. He's going for a back four and he wants to play three in midfield and sort of play out that way. But in reality, the squad that Tuchel came to this season with was really not that great. Like our senior players are either injury prone or past it. And then our younger players seem to have all regressed in some way. The likes of like Mount, Havertz, Pulisic, they don't seem to be like top players anymore. They seem to just be average players. So Graham Potter inheriting that and trying to make something of it, it's just fell flat on his face. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's really hit a bad run of form, and no new player he brings in from the youth or no player coming back from injury is going to help change the fortunes of the club, it seems, at the moment. It started with the draw at Forest, then into the defeat at Man City, which Man City was okay, the league game, because we played all right. Like we didn't play bad against Man City, but to lose in a game where you fought hard and then to go into an FA Cup game where you completely get battered, it just takes away all the positives you had from that first performance. Because we had a bit of positives, even though we lost. Now we've lost again with no positives. It's 10 times worse. It's just not a very good time to be supporting Chelsea. I saw what's my man's name? Was it Assad? He was saying that he wanted to go to the Palace game for Chelsea, but he's like, I can't be asked to spend my money on this club because why would I? And I don't really blame people who take that attitude right now because it's not looking positive. However, my standing with Graham Potter is I'm still going to give him time. Like I said last week, I said there's a lot of these players that I know better than Graham Potter does because I've watched them be mediocre for years. Potter hasn't had that opportunity yet. So he's still testing the waters with who's good and who's not. And then second of all, we have 10 first-team players out injured. We have literally an 11 of players that you could honestly say, if this team was this real team, it could finish top half in the Premier League quite comfortably. But they're all unavailable. Against Manchester City, in the first half, we had Raheem Sterling go off within 10 minutes, Pulisic go off within 20 minutes. We'd used 2 of our subs already, and we're bringing on Amari Hutchinson to make his debut against Manchester City. So that's the state of affairs with Chelsea at the moment.
Well, do any of you guys have any sort of hope or positivity that they can sort of cling on to regarding the situation at Chelsea? Where we can get to the comments first. But whilst we're going through the comments, have a think of that, Robin and AD, in terms of where do you think Chelsea can go with this manager, with this regime? Are we looking at a brand new Chelsea here? I'm still trying to.
It's a weird
comments first. We'll do the comments
because...
first, and we can jump onto that.
Yeah. Okay.
So Assad says, we played well against City. I was very impressed with the boys in the first half. Chukwuemeka and Zakaria have to be mainstays in the 11. C1 says, believe in Graham. Carney and Hall need to get more minutes, though. Tahar says, let's keep it real. Tuchel brought him into a mess of a squad. And that I agree with more so than any. Not Tuchel in particular, but just the squad isn't good enough. Lola says, Chelsea's new owner is the copycat scattergun approach to scouting.
I believe that.
What exactly what does that mean?
Basically, it from the outside in, it generally looks like he's just looking at what everyone else is going for, and he's like, you know what? If they can't afford it, I can, and then I'm going to go for it. Because we might as well get into the whole João Felix situation. It's weird he's going to Chelsea. Like, it's not what Chelsea need, and I don't think he's going to help in any way, shape, or form. And I'm more questioning him than going to either Arsenal or even United in this situation. Because the reality is that the only reason he's going to Chelsea is because of the high loan fee that they want to pay. United didn't want to pay it. Arsenal didn't want to pay it, but Chelsea did. So that's how I'm seeing it. Doesn't mean it's a bad move. I think João Felix is amazing. And I think you're getting a great player. But is it the right fit for Chelsea? I don't know.
I'm in a similar boat. I don't really know about the João Felix thing. My only issue is that, like, I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, why are Chelsea getting another attacker?" And it's like, well, Chelsea need new players in every position. Like, there's not a single position that is safe at Chelsea right now. The only person that would be safe for their spot is probably Reece James, and he's not even fit. So he's not safe. We need a right back this January. We need a replacement right back this January. So as much as we need that, we need midfielders. And, Chelsea have had a problem with scoring for a long, long time now. So we also do, in some respect, need attackers. So I don't think it's wrong for us to go for that kind of player. I'm just surprised that it's come at the priority ahead of a midfielder.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Anything, your thoughts, Pete? Obviously, you really wanted him, so
fuming. Of course, I'm fuming. I'm annoyed that a player, as you mentioned earlier, I look at Todd Bowley and I feel like whatever somebody else wants to buy, he wants to jump in the market and have a butchers himself. Although in the same respect, Chelsea are looking elsewhere in terms of buying players as well. They're looking at players that nobody really else is looking at. When you look at some of the signings they've made this January, a couple of players.
I didn't understand the whole scattergun thing. I'm just like, look at the players we signed. We signed a bunch of players that nobody else was in for.
You have to remember look at the signings that Todd Bowley has signed, and you could put half of those players linked with another club where you thought they were going to that other club first and foremost.
The thing is, though, who's the person that you just signed?
You just signed Badiashile. I don't know another Premier League club that was linked to him.
That's why I said half of them. Exactly. That's what.
Not him.
I'm giving that balance of both.
We just signed Datro Fofana as well.
Yeah, Fofana, but I just heard news that he might be going out on loan. So
he's a 19-year-old kid that we just signed. Like, he's not.
I'm just saying, then why would you sign that? In my mind, I'm like, why would you sign in January if he's not going to come and you use him when you need players? That's how I'm saying. He played yesterday, but now he might be gone. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because
when
it's
you
like
need players.
Because of course, I think with Chelsea, there's the two-fold approach. We are buying players for the future. We are buying a more sustainable squad. We've signed players like Carney Chukwuemeka, like Omari Hutchinson. There's a youth player called Casadei, who's like an Italian player, midfielder that we bought for quite big money. We've just signed Andre Santos from Brazil, a midfielder. We signed Badiashile, another young centre back, very experienced. So when people are saying, "Oh, Chelsea are just going out and buying all these teams, all these players that other people are signing," I don't think that's fair. I think there is clearly a strategy and an approach for certain targets that are not being spoken about, and we've signed those players already. It's not like people we're linked with. But I think when it comes to, okay, we're all of a sudden we're in for Mudryk, and all of a sudden we're in for Felix, I do understand why that can become the headline because those are bigger names. But in terms of Chelsea's overall strategy, I don't think that's what it is. I think those are more players to stop the bleeding about what's going on right now at Chelsea. Whereas the long term, there is a clear long-term plan that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't trust Todd Bowley yet. I don't trust his approach. And
it's not that I don't think trust is the word. I just don't know about him.
I don't trust him because his summer was. Let's call it what it is, Robin. His summer was horrific. His summer was a joke, and what capped that off was the simple fact of the sacking of Tuchel. He brought in Aubameyang, he brought in Cucurella, he's brought in Fofana, with a very high fee.
He wanted Ronaldo.
He wanted Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, it's just I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. So it'll be interesting to see. Here's the thing: if they sack Potter this season, I wouldn't blame them for sacking Potter, because guess what, guys? I'm of the opinion right now. I've made my judgment with him. What's going on at Chelsea right now is a disgrace. No manager should be the Chelsea manager and be 10th in the league with Chelsea. I'm just going to call it what it is. He's not the manager for this job. Okay, he's not the manager for the job. If this was happening at Arsenal, you know where I would be. When it's happening at Man United, you know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this man he's out of his depth. And I want to go far as to say this is David Moyes at Manchester United levels, where he's made that jump from Everton to Man United or from Brighton to Chelsea, and the jump's a bit too big. And on this occasion, he's got a board and a manager and a owner, I guess, that's backing him financially. But let's take away the fact of Chelsea's issues, right? They've got issues. We cannot ignore that they don't, in terms of the injuries which they can't be helped with, right? They got a plethora of injuries. Yeah. But have you watched the football and have you seen the results? Have you seen the performances? At the end of the day,
go on.
Yeah, at the end of the day, no manager under any circumstances at a football club like Chelsea should ever be 10th in the league. I don't care what month we're in. He has done a poor job, Graham Potter. Let's call it what it is. He's done a poor job so far.
But I think
we're gone.
I was going to say, but I think a workman is only as good as his tools, and he's coming to a crepit Chelsea side. Peter, before a ball was kicked, I asked. I think it was Oscar. I think I was saying something about Liverpool's midfield, and then somebody in the comments made a comment about Liverpool, and I said, but look at that Chelsea midfield. Where's the creativity? Where's the spark? Where's the control of football matches? So, in my opinion, if Bowley is going about this the right way, unfortunately, Chelsea are going to suffer. For the next 1 or 2 seasons, you're going to bleed. But I think the long-term strategy is when these younger players develop, coming to their own, you're going to have a crop of 23, 24, 25-year-olds that can take Chelsea into the future. Because, so for me, I think it's harsh. I think it's harsh to throw the buck out Potter's door, personally. Like, I think he's a very good, young, progressive manager who's, go on.
So, AD, you were saying that a workman can only go with what his tools are, based on his tools, right? But a good workman never blames his tools. At the end of the day, I look at Chelsea's squad, I look at Chelsea's team.
Damn.
There's no way Chelsea should be 10th. I don't care what the injuries are. They shouldn't be 10th.
No, but you have to care.
And the performance against Man City was a joke.
Yeah,
it was a joke.
I think you're minimalizing it to the position. Yes, like Chelsea shouldn't be 10th, but that's just a binary number without looking at
what I said though is that Graham Potter has been poor for Chelsea this season.
Yeah,
I can't ignore.
Yeah.
And has he had impressive moments? Of course he has. Listen, winning home and away against Milan, I think the win against Salzburg away was impressive. All of that stuff was good. At the end of the day, he has done a poor job as Chelsea manager from September to January.
But Peter, can I ask you something? Shake that Chelsea front line. How many goals over the course of a season does that give you? And I hate making excuses. I really, really do. Reece James is their best player, and Gallagher is their best midfielder. What the hell are they?
Listen, I hear what you're saying on that front, but listen, he's the manager, and look what he's picking. Look at the 11s he's picking, and look at even Oscar mentioned about, was it Brighton away, where he said that there was a front three that he was disgusted with.
That was against Newcastle, yeah.
Newcastle.
Or was it Newcastle? I'm sure Brighton was another one. I'm sure Brighton you mentioned because you were there, and you said you questioned me. You said, name me the front three that played against Brighton. And
it was Newcastle that I definitely did that for, because Brighton, I think the performance was just dreadful. I don't think it was so much to do with who he picked. But I just want to highlight Lola's comments, and then we'll get David's thoughts as well. We got David in the building.
We got David.
Lola said, "Don't get me wrong, Potter is struggling, but let's not act like TT didn't start this. His football wasn't great, and he is a better manager." Lola also said, "Chelsea have a good enough team."
Wait there, Oscar. 1 second. Wait there. Would Tuchel be 10th right now? No. Last year, by the way, last season. Let me finish my point. A, would he be 10th? No. But
No, he
B,
wouldn't.
what was he in 2 finals last year for Chelsea?
Pete,
Chelsea are out of 2 domestic cups right
Yeah.
now. They're out of 2 domestic cups. Tuchel was in the final of both of those last year. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No fact.
But why? But let's come on. That's just
Let's
such
not-
a
let's not-
binary way.
No, let's not
It's a
blame
binary way of
Tuchel for
looking at
this.
it. No,
Let's not
I'm
blame
not
Tuchel
blaming-
for this.
No one's blaming
He
Tuchel.
went and he bought him for 60 mil.
You
Guys,
said, Lola just
no
said it. Tuchel started this. I'm like,
he
whoa,
did
let's-
start these. He
oh,
did.
come on.
He
He
did.
wouldn't be 10th right now, and he wouldn't be. He would be
Stop.
in both competitions right now.
Peter, I can tell as much as I can sit in here and tell you that I was incensed when Chelsea went away to Newcastle under Graham Potter and lost 1-0. I can also tell you when we went away to Leeds and lost 3-0, it was a similar story. When we went away to Southampton and lost 2-1 under Tuchel, similar story. In the Champions League, you brought up Graham Potter in the Champions League. We topped our Champions League group. In the opening game, Tuchel went to Zagreb and lost 1-0. So,
Okay. But where did Tuchel finish? Where did Tuchel finish?
I don't know where Tuchel was when he got sacked. I don't know where
No,
he was.
no. Sorry, no. What I mean is, as in, like, in those moments of games you're talking about where he's been dreadful. Because let's agree, both have been dreadful and both have had their great moments, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, no doubt.
Yeah.
But Tuchel never left Chelsea in any kind of mess. Had Tuchel been the manager now, Chelsea would not be where they are right now.
I think that's very. It's up in the air. Like it's
You're
up in the air.
you're telling me Tuchel would be like, if Tuchel was the manager now, Chelsea would be where they are right now under him.
You know, Tuchel's final game, we lost to Dynamo Zagreb at the beginning of the
I get
season.
that. No,
I wouldn't have seen Chelsea losing 3-0 to Leeds. I wouldn't have seen Chelsea losing 2-1 to Southampton. We were on a downward spiral, and that was part of the reason as to why he got sacked. So for me to sit here and say, "Oh, it wouldn't have got this bad," you know, maybe it wouldn't
You've
have
had worse results now. You've had worse results since. You've had worse results since.
We had one result that was worse.
I'm sorry, losing Man City 4-0 is a bad result. You can't dress it up any other way. And then losing 4-0 to Brighton is awful. What was the defeat to Newcastle? What was the score there?
I know.
Huh?
1-0.
That was just a 1-0. Okay, fine.
Okay, here's where like Tuchel gets a bit of the blame for me, right? Now, when you look in the summer, what was I screaming to all of you, man, in the summer? What have I been screaming to you, man, on the group chat last year? Every single time this guy played, I said Azpilicueta should not be playing for Chelsea. Did I not say this on multiple occasions?
Yeah, you did.
Not be playing for
Like
Chelsea.
he is.
Right? In the summer, for some reason, this man was given a new contract and Chelsea did not go out and sign a right back. When we know Reece James is injury prone, we know that. Yeah, Tuchel did not assess that and put a stop to it right there. Yeah. Second of all, that midfield, Tuchel was on record after multiple times saying we have so many midfielders. We have Conor Gallagher, we have Ruben Loftus-Cheek, we have Kante, we have Jorginho, Kova. We all know Kova is injury prone. We all know Kante is injury prone. These guys don't play more than 20 games a season. We know this. Tuchel did not want to go into the market and get another midfielder when it was imperative that we needed a midfielder. Why on earth do you think we're willing to spend 100 and what million for Enzo Fernandez? Because the team needs a bloody midfielder. Thomas Tuchel decided that I don't need a midfielder until we got popped by Southampton, and then last day of the season, the guy says, "All right, let's bring in Zakaria on loan." Like there were certain issues that Tuchel just was not addressing. So to say, you know, maybe Tuchel's a better manager than Potter, so probably he would have done better in some instances. But do I think this whole that the issue of Chelsea was getting solved under Thomas Tuchel? I don't think it was. Like, I think they need to.
No, I don't think it was either. I just think he would have. You know, I think Potter is doing a poor job. That's where I'm at. Potter's doing a poor job right now, and this is not what Bowley or the Chelsea fans signed up for. When they got in Potter, they all thought, do you know what? We might see a brand of football. It won't be like the heyday necessarily off the bat, but we're gonna see some brand of football, because I can't see the brand of football Chelsea are playing right now. No one can tell me what brand of football it is.
For me going forward, when it comes to the brand of football, I 100% agree. I expected a different style of play from Potter. I expected us to be more exciting, and I think in the big games, it's been a little bit harsh. Like Potter's played a lot of tough games. Like we played Arsenal, we played City, we've played United. We played some of the bigger games under Potter. Yeah, you know, Milan home and away. So I'm looking forward now, and I'm saying our next game is Fulham, must win. The game after that, Palace, must win. The game after that is Liverpool, which is, you know, up in the air. But then the game after that, we've got Fulham at home, must win. So I'm looking at those games coming up, and I'm saying, Potter, you have to perform to a level where it's like, you know, I see some sort of style of play. I see wins in those games, wins and the style of play. That's what I'm looking for. Huh?
Do you? Yeah, you see wins.
No. I'm saying that's what I need to see. That's what I need to see. I'm not saying I expect it, because like you're saying, Potter's been poor. But That's what I need.
And that's the only argument I made. It's just that when Lola said that, this started from Tuchel, this was like it started with Tuchel in terms of where Chelsea currently are. I'm like, hang on a minute. Tuchel, yes, was not perfect, but the issues were not like what we're seeing now. Chelsea are in a bit of a crisis right now.
But look at Endo's comment here. Chelsea have won one of their last 14 home games against Big Six opposition. How many of those were under Potter? Like some of the cracks were well before.
Sure, but like Potter's had probably what? How many games has Potter had at home against the big lot? Did he play Liverpool?
It's 3. No, he had Arsenal, which we lost. He had Man United, which we drew, and then he had this City game that just went. So you know what I mean, and people are and the City game. Let's be real, we didn't play horribly. Like
no, you didn't. You didn't.
City were City edged it.
I think you were awful against Arsenal, and I think Man United. I can't remember. I don't know if United were just lucky to get an equaliser or whether you kind of were just bad.
No. So it was. I remember that game. It was literally what Oscar. Me and Oscar had a fight over this. I said we were over them for 70 minutes, and then we gave away the most stupid goal, and then I thought we lost it. There was a Casemiro header that just went over the line in the end. Yeah.
Because the top 4 side that Tuchel played against was Spurs, and he was robbed. I remember Chelsea battering Spurs.
He was robbed. But the fact is, Tuchel was at Chelsea for 18 months. Like Tuchel's time at Chelsea didn't start in September. It started. It started a long time ago. So a lot of the issues that we had seen in this Chelsea team are things that he took months not addressing. You know what I mean? So
I mean, he had a lot of fish to fry at Chelsea. Let's call it what it is. At Chelsea, it's one of those ones where what's it called? Chelsea had problems when Tuchel came, right? When he came in, he had to sort of rectify what was going on, and he ended up winning 2 trophies, which kind of papered over a lot of cracks, I guess, right? He tried to sign a centre forward, he got one in, it didn't work, and then he spent 100 million, 200 million over the summer, and then he didn't have I don't know what date in September he was sacked. I don't know if I was married then, but the guy was sacked, and literally, it's like I've not even had a month with my players that I've bought in, that I've also got injuries from. Not to make this a Tuchel conversation, of course not. We shouldn't make it this at all. He's gone, right? But what I'm saying is with everything going on at Chelsea, like in every football club, which has always got its issues and its situations, I'm looking at Potter, bruv, and I'm having a conversation to say, hang on a minute, you should be getting way more than what we are seeing at Chelsea this season. Way more.
Tar says we're forgetting the end of last season from first to barely top 4. Look, 2022 was a horrific year for Chelsea Football Club. It was horrible on and off the pitch.
Did you win anything last year? Did you win any trophies last year?
We won the Club World Cup.
Okay.
That was it. We won that in February. But in the league, we dropped from first to fourth, and then in the second season, we're talking about it now. You know what happened. So yeah.
So Oscar, where are you going from here? And what do you see? Man, it's a difficult question because there's so many issues at Chelsea. It's like where do you see? What do you want to what kind of steps do you want to see in play? There's about 10 steps to go.
I feel like the reason I went on that little
when you mentioned about the next couple of games,
I see in our next 4 fixtures, I see 3 winnable games in which not only should I see wins, I should see Graham Potter implement some sort of style of play that makes me feel like, okay, when you get the players that you want, when you get better players, then I can trust that in this system that you're trying to impose, better players will fare better. Right now, under Graham Potter, I've just seen him put players out there with no real. Like it just feels like a Tuchel team. It doesn't feel any different.
Should Potter have a yellow card?
Not for me. Not for me.
Oscar, do you think he will change it? Do you think Potter will get better?
To say I have confidence, no, I don't have confidence, but I think so. Like,
okay,
yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Okay. Should we move on? Is there anything anybody wants to talk about on Chelsea? Anything on the comment section, Oscar, that people might want to chat about?
Yeah, no, Endo saying what system he's freestyling. I think that was my point. My point is right now I've seen him freestyle, and I want to see him put his style of play on a team. I feel like Brighton evidently had a style of play when he was there, to a point where there's still a bit of that muscle memory kicking in right now. So I want to see him impose something like
muscle memory. Listen, bro, don't doubt De Zerbi, cuz De Zerbi doing his thing.
Lola says in the summer a bag of man are getting sold, and I think that's the unavoidable truth of this Chelsea team. I think whether you have a world-class manager or you have a novice like Graham Potter, the rebuild is so evident. There are 3 players in each area of the pitch that need to be gone. So for everyone saying that, like, what can Potter do? It's like, what can Potter do? The rebuild has to happen regardless. And I think why people talk about Tuchel is that Tuchel almost didn't see the rebuild was coming. He almost allowed the old heads to stay there.
Oscar, I have a small bone to pick with you.
Who?
Your boy Koulibaly.
What
What happened with him? Do you feel like you were robbed from buying him? Because ever since he come to England, he's just had howlers after howlers.
I mean,
I'm shocked.
To get robbed, like I'd say we'd be robbed if we spent a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? When you spend 30 million on a defender in this market, he's playing like 30 million. He's playing poor. So
I would argue there's another stick I can beat Graham Potter with. I think the players that he's got, I think Chelsea have got some good players. When I look at those players on paper, I'm looking at good, top quality players.
How many start for Arsenal?
Say that again.
How many of those players start for Arsenal? Those good quality Chelsea players, in your opinion?
Listen, I don't know. I'll have to have a real think about that, because that's not easy. That's actually not easy. And it's not easy in terms of how many Arsenal players will get into Chelsea. Because right now,
a lot more.
When you're talking about Arsenal, you're talking about form right now, right? Are they the real deal? We have to wait and see. Arsenal have to do this over consistency of time. But what we know about Koulibaly, he's had a career whereby he's been rated as one of the best defenders in the world, right? So Koulibaly, for me, for example, I think is a very good centre half. I think Cucurella is a brilliant left back. I think, the midfield, there's nothing really, I wouldn't say is leaking in that midfield. And therefore I feel, in terms of like the quality of player, in terms of when you talk about your individual quality of player, I think there's some very good players at Chelsea. Like I'm not gonna now believe all of a sudden they're not good enough because they're having a poor season. I'm not gonna believe that, because consistency over time is what I go based on. Koulibaly has been far better player than he has been what we're seeing right now. Yeah, so Koulibaly for me is purely a coaching problem right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Yeah, no, I have to disagree with you on that. Like, as in Koulibaly,
he's not a good player. He's not a good player.
Koulibaly, the jury's still out on him. But in terms of what you're saying about the midfield and Chelsea's team, I think you said consistency over time. Consistency has shown you that this team hasn't challenged for a league in 5 years. Like, this midfield combination is just not. It's not good enough. It's not consistent enough. You spoke about consistency. It's not consistent.
I'm not saying it's a team that should win leagues. I just said it's better than what we're talking about, what we're seeing. It's much better than what we're seeing right now. Let's not go on like Chelsea's midfield or whoever the case may be. I mean, what player are we even talking about, right? We're not going to go on and act like this is their level. Let's not do this. We've seen Chelsea players perform at a higher level consistently over time than what we've got right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think we need to be much better. Like much better, to the point where I'm not really focused on, we could be fourth right now. I don't really care about us getting fourth. I care about us getting back to challenging for leagues. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to build small steps, my friend. Unfortunately, because under Tuchel he didn't challenge for a league either. So it's not like it was. When was the last time Chelsea challenged? Yeah, but the last time Chelsea challenged for a league was Conte. So this is my point. These men are not good enough. So the truth of the matter is that they are good enough to be in the top 4. They're 10th. They're good enough to be in the top 4.
I mean, so what I'm saying is,
well, we'll see. Listen, your manager will depend heavily on that situation. I think if your manager once it clicks and he gets it spot on, he gets it right, Chelsea will go on a 10-game winning streak, and we won't be having this conversation. This conversation is merely emotional, in my opinion.
Okay, last few comments on Chelsea, and then we can move on. Lola says, Peter, you're naming players who were playing well under Tuchel. Both Koulibaly and Cuckoo were just like this before Potter.
Hey, what's going on here, bruv?
Yeah,
hey, no VAR.
No VAR.
It's not a Premier League ground.
Was just robbed of
no
a goal.
VAR.
Yes,
there's no VAR.
There's no VAR. Are you being serious?
It's a non-Premier League ground, so there's no VAR, which is why this cup is bent.
No, it's a non-Premier League ground. There's no VAR. However, when we go to look at Liverpool versus Wolves, which is both Premier League teams in a Premier League ground, why was VAR not used for the offside goal?
Hey,
Was it not used? VAR?
It was not used.
Hey, football's bent, bruv.
They said they could not find any pictures available to use.
That was it.
I
Yeah, that
said,
was it. Yeah.
excuse me? When they showed the replay, it was clear as day.
Hey, football's bent, bruv.
Bro, let me tell you, you guys think I'm joking, bro. We've got a whole FIFA documentary on scandalous actions, okay? And for them to say we didn't have the pictures for the handball, for the offside, and then now this. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're playing in Oxford. Had that game been at the Emirates, there's a penalty.
You could have made it up.
And do you know what? My guy Sambi Lakonga robbed of what could have been a career-turning moment. SW6 says Chelsea ain't coming back. I retired after 2020. That's cap because you celebrated that Champions League win, my friend. You celebrated
after 2020. When was the Champions League win?
Champions League was 2021. No?
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it's 2020.
Joy, it might have been 2021, though. It might have been 21.
No, it was 21 because 20 was Bayern. PSG.
Actually, it was behind closed doors. Yeah. 21. Yeah. You're correct.
Anyway, David, anything on Chelsea before we move on?
You man just need to rebuild, bruv. Straight. all this business of trying to win now, nah, man, that's done. Roman's not there anymore, bruv.
They need a better manager, David. Let's call it what it is.
No, they need to. No, Chelsea fans, you need to come out that mindset of win now. It's not Roman anymore. Real talk. You got an American owner. You are gonna feel it, bruv. Don't worry. It's not Roman.
They're gonna get that American owner, boy.
Yeah.
Enzo's funny.
It's an interviewer. So Dave, what made you want to work here? Because man rates you, man. You get me, bro.
Hey, Endo, bruv. I like it, bruv.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
I'd give a man a job if he gave me the answers, though.
Yeah, no,
I'll give him a little working spirit still. You'll get that.
No,
What's what you say?
No, I agree with David 100%. We need
But I
to be
target.
not on a win now thing.
How long do you reckon it will take
Chelsea.
before Chelsea challenge for the title again? How long do you reckon? How long are you giving it?
I'm giving it the 2023-24 season.
Big man. Against that machine, bro. Okay.
What
Good luck
machine?
with that.
And
Man
up
City.
and coming another machine.
Man City?
Newcastle.
Man City need to worry about
it.
this league.
No, you said to challenge.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's a realistic time frame.
I say, if anything, it's unrealistic because it's too short.
Is that next season?
Yeah.
You're a
fair
joker,
enough.
bro.
Yeah, it's a challenge next season because David, they're not challenging this season. Let's be very, very clear.
Yeah, and you're not challenging next season, bro.
I don't understand. Like, if Chelsea were to go in the market, yeah, let's say we did sign.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chelsea can splash the cash.
Let's say we did sign Enzo Fernandez. Yeah. Let's say we did bring in João Felix. Let's say we got rid of some of the dead wood. Let's say we signed another a right back, and then we've got Nkunku coming in. Are you telling me next season you're not expecting Chelsea to finish in the top three?
That's a different conversation, bro.
It depends what everybody else does, Oscar. That's the problem. Is that Chelsea, yes, can buy their way into the top four and buy their way into a title challenge.
But you got to remember, we've got the superior manager as well. So whoever we...
You what? You what? Like people like Klopp and Pep don't exist in this league. Yeah, like, all right then.
I think we just start questioning this man.
Wait there, we're going to need Liverpool. Okay, AD.
We need to start questioning
AD before they start swinging. Yeah. Talk to me about the situation at Liverpool, man. What the flip is going on over there?
You know what? It's really not that complicated. What's going on at Liverpool? No, it's not that complicated. When you look at it, what did Liverpool pride themselves on? What was Liverpool's success built off of? Well, Liverpool ran harder than you, they ran faster than you, and they ran longer than you. If you look at it in 23, that intensity has completely been zapped out of this Liverpool side. I have to call a spade a spade. As much as I think he'll come good eventually, the Darwin Núñez misses has cost us games. It has. Whether we like it or not. Last game against Brentford, we lose. He has one cleared off the line in the opening minute. And he has another bad miss as well. So when I look at the Liverpool situation, I genuinely don't think. Don't get me wrong, it's dire. We're at dire straits where we're at. But genuinely, I think it improves if you get the right sort of profile of player in. I think if you look at that midfield, and if you look at the options on the right hand side, Henderson's past it. Naby Keita's never fit. Harvey Elliott's not ready yet, and quite frankly, I don't think he'll ever be at the physical level to do the things that Jurgen Klopp would want typically of a central midfielder. So that's genuinely what I think has gone on here. I just think Liverpool don't do the things that made them successful, 1 or 2 years ago. Because when you used to go to Liverpool, as an Arsenal fan, Peter, David, you should know this. There were times, even me, I had to open a window sometimes when I used to watch Arsenal come to Anfield, because it was just wave after wave after wave of press. How the hell do you beat this press? How the hell do you keep the ball? Let alone how do you even go up the other end and score a goal? I think players like Sadio Mane were a big factor in that as well. Players like your Firminos. So that's genuinely what I think's going on. I think if just to cut a long story short, our players aren't good enough to do what Klopp needs them to do at the moment, and it's as simple as that. And it got light of day. Simple as that.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Robin.
Because, and I put it in the group chat earlier, like, who is this Pep Linders done? Like, he's wrote a book, and he's saying the intensity about Liverpool and all that stuff. But fairly recently, I'm seeing a lot of Liverpool fans coming out for him, saying that he's the one that's making the decisions. He's the one that is kind of overgoing Klopp's tactics and being the one that is the next in line, if that makes sense. So after Klopp leave, he's going to take over as the manager. So
Robin,
I'm just saying to you before you answer, like, is he the second in charge? Is he the one that's actually saying things, or is just Klopp going senile or something like that? Like, it's really weird. It's really weird what's going on there.
I think it's just a scapegoat, because when Liverpool last season got 92 points, got to the Champions League final, won the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup, I didn't hear this guy's names mentioned. Now all of a sudden he's the director of football when the brown stuff hits the fan. I think his fans pussyfooting. I think his fans pussyfooting around the fact that Jurgen Klopp has got things wrong this season. He has. It's as simple as that. Like, Jurgen Klopp, there are players he should have got rid of. There are other players he should have brought in, and now unfortunately it's blown up in his face to a certain degree. Now, to what degree is the board not backing him? Has a whole different debate. But Jurgen Klopp, he's got a slice in this pie. He does. Now, that's not me saying. That's not me saying we should get rid. That's not me saying I don't believe in this guy anymore. For me, like, I haven't even given it a second thought. This is the guy to take us into the future for however long he wants to, quite frankly. But he's not infallible and he's not without fault.
Wow, this is an outrageous take. And the reason I say this is that Jurgen Klopp has been working with his back against the wall since he walked in at Liverpool Football Club. Okay, you look at the money that they spent compared to the other clubs. I know what you're going to say, Darwin Núñez and the like, right? And I hear that he has spent a lot of money. But guys, the surgery needed at Liverpool in that midfield has been going on and going on and going on. Now, granted, he's had all this time to go and rectify that. Why hasn't he rectified that? I look at that board. That board is the main problem, because as well as he's winning the league with Wijnaldum and Henderson in midfield, for example, right? And yes, he's got Chamberlain, he's got Keita. I rinsed him for that Keita transfer from the minute he walked through the door. I already said to you, this is a big problem that you're going to have at Liverpool Football Club. He also bought top quality players around, right? And he had to compensate with that. But he is working in a Liverpool squad, in a Liverpool team, in a league with his arm tied behind his back.
Peter.
This is a man who's fighting. It's a handicap match. You know what I'm saying?
You said it's a handicap match, but you just said he got a £60 million central midfielder wrong. How handicap? I mean,
Listen, we all get them wrong. Yeah, every manager gets one wrong. They get 1, 2, 3 wrong. They sign 7 though, but Klopp doesn't sign 7. And if he does, he's pinching. We're talking about £20 million, £30 million, £40 million players. I mean, how we got Gakpo, for example, at under 40 million in today's world is crazy. I'm amazed he even got him for that cheap.
But the thing is, you just slagged off the board in one vein, and then you're just talking about good business they've done in the other.
Yeah, listen, getting a player for 40 million quid. Listen, I'm gonna rate and also call it what it is, right? So when they do good, I will talk about the good they do. When they do bad, I talk about the bad that they do.
Yeah,
but overall, let's be very clear, bro. Liverpool winning the Champions League and the Premier League, your board thought this was a laugh, and your board too had a laugh with this, not realizing he's playing against Goliath. That is Manchester City. It's not like he was. Listen, it's not like he was challenging Man United of 98 and 99 and or even 2006, 7. He's playing Manchester City where. Listen, Klopp, bro. Let me tell you this right now. If I'm Klopp here and I leave Liverpool, if I get sacked by Liverpool, you know what my one-liner would be? I lost the league title on 97 points. You do the math. You do the friggin' math. That's what Klopp is against. That's what Klopp is against, bruv. He loses the league on 97 friggin' points. Unacceptable. No one should be allowed to lose the league on those points. No one.
Pete, can I read some of the comments because a lot of people got a lot to say about Klopp. Tahar says, let's keep it real. These men started giving Klopp the players he actually wanted instead of others choosing, and he flops. David says Liverpool need midfielders. SW6 says Klopp is cold, but we have yet to see him rebuild a second side. It's not easy. Pep, Jose, Wenger, and Fergie have done it. Tahar also agrees.
Has Pep rebuilt?
I'm not ready to give him credit for a rebuild. I can't lie.
No, I think it's you're giving a low hanging fruit there.
Let's see. That's a good debate topic. We have to do an extra time because I think if we look at it, there are a lot of players that he doesn't have when he walked in the door.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the question is really, can he? When you say rebuild, is it from the first title to now?
It's like you can come in and say, I want this goalkeeper, and then you can discard that goalkeeper and say, I want another goalkeeper, and you can, you can do what you like. But he can be afforded that luxury because he's that good.
He's that damn good. Yeah, let's have it.
So when you give him what he wants, he wins the league with 100+ points.
Listen, Oscar, you know me. I think Guardiola is the best in the world. But what does that make? What does that make Klopp then with what he's had with the tools at his disposal? What does that mean he is then? I'm sorry, Klopp has earned his stripes so much so they're just giving the key to the city.
Yeah, damn right.
To the city. So
he have to pay for a meal in Liverpool again.
The day that he should never pay for a meal in Liverpool.
What a pint? You're right.
A pint. Listen,
the thing is, put on my tab, put my damn trophy.
AD, they should start selling Steiners in local Liverpool pubs. That's just the bottom line of it, right? If you said to me, guys, that Liverpool has given Klopp everything he needs, and Klopp hasn't, obviously fulfilled, the potential that he should have, let's talk about Klopp. But I struggle to talk about Jurgen Klopp in the climate he's in. I struggle, big time. Man United have more money than him. Manchester City have more money than him. There's no way we can be talking about him in this situation. No way. Chelsea have more money than him. That's the third club I was thinking of. These teams have more money than him, and he's there swinging. And we're asking, what do we think about Liverpool and Klopp? What? Go look at this. Listen, we should be Liverpool fans are the best at doing this. Stop attending the games until this board is gone, because your board is a joke. Thinking that he could swing with these men like this. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Partially, I blame the board. Partially, this is Klopp's fault. The great managers know when it's time for players to move on. Yeah, maybe they're playing well, but yeah, it's time to get shifted. Yep. Ferguson done it. Guardiola does it. Rebuild the team. Even though we're winning, we've won 3 in a row. Hey, get rid, bro. Sterling, bye-bye. Fernandinho got pushed out the door. Or did he retire? See, I can't remember. He maybe retired. Who else?
I think he got another club. I think he had another club after that.
Yeah, like you see how Rodri come, then Bernardo Silva come, like Sterling's gone, Jesus, Haaland comes in. So you got
But David, do you see
that? Is that not my point?
do you see that as successful if Arsenal go on and win the league?
City?
So in
Yeah.
terms.
He's already won the league with these players that David's referring to, though.
Yeah,
When
but
David's saying that, Pep got shot of the players, he brought in new players. Guess what? They've won the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
they have won the league.
okay, fair enough.
But David, you make a great point there in terms of what he should do and what these managers do. He can't do that at Liverpool. How much money do you think they've got? He can't do that at Liverpool.
But then you get what you're getting now, and you could say the same with Chelsea a little bit, but similar thing. But they chop and change every manager every now and then. But when you're successful, you've got to look at the team as like, okay, who's not on it, who's not pushing that, and you get rid. Henderson's come to his time is done. Thiago,
they
not
need
reliable.
David, imagine if they get rid of like a Henderson, I get it because he's not of the quality that.
No, so what I mean is you bring in the replacement. You bring in the replacement.
Okay, so you're not saying, but you just said sell these men.
No, but look, you see how Guardiola did it with Fernandinho. Slowly reduced his role in the team. Rodri started playing him at centre back. Almost cost him the title, playing him at centre back at Aston Villa next season. Gone.
No, but did you know what Peter's saying? Man City spent £50 million on a central midfielder that doesn't even play anymore. Do Liverpool have that luxury?
He doesn't play.
Oh, you're talking about Phillips?
Yeah.
How many sub appearances did Jack Grealish have last year? He doesn't play. What I'm saying
but then you look at what he's doing now this season. I think he's got a more.
He's got more games now.
You know what I mean?
But don't forget, they're without Sterling and without Jesus. And we're still that's the luxury we're talking about, David. Yeah, them men have lost X amount of players. Do you think they miss Zinchenko? Do you think these men miss Zinchenko?
Another one? Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? City, but that's what I'm saying. It's not fair, bro. City are like it's bent, bro. Like,
but then them men are bringing in their youngsters though. Now you got this Palmer kid. What's the right back?
True.
You know,
they got Cole Palmer, and then the right back. Who was it? Was it Lewis that they played at Stamford Bridge?
He's another one. Foden come through. So listen, bro.
So Liverpool, look, I agree with you. Like Liverpool may have to start relying on the younger talent because you can't trust Keita, you can't trust Chamberlain, you can't trust certain players. But at the end of the day, I'm so sorry. Like I'm not going for Klopp's head when I look at what he's fighting. No chance. No chance. I don't blame Klopp for anything, bro. He has to spend money wisely in wise positions, and he's spending the money. Yes, bro.
I fair enough, they ain't got money to spend, but money that come into it when you're not making the right substitutions, when you're playing the bang out of form players week in, week out. Don't get me wrong. Like there's existential factors wherein I don't really want to get into them as to whether or not we spend 60 million quid on a central midfielder. I don't know how much influence he has in that. But I look at day-to-day management and running of the team. There are games this season I can look at and I can say, unfortunately, Jurgen, you wasn't good enough on that day. Does that mean I don't rate you as a manager? No. Does that mean I want you gone? No. But you could have managed that situation better. And I think we have to be real.
Yeah, Pete. Let's
make good points there.
Let's call it what it is. Like Liverpool are sixth in the league. They've got 28 points, same amount as Fulham. Like it's been a shocking start to the season for them.
How many points are they off the top four?
Oh, here we go.
I'm asking genuinely.
They are 7 points away from Manchester United.
Okay.
That's not bad. Halfway through the season, it's not bad. It's not great.
Okay. Here's the kicker.
It's not great.
That's only 3 points ahead of Chelsea, who we just ripped into Potter, who came halfway through the season. So
yes, Oscar, talk that talk, man.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Talk it like you walk it.
So you think the reason for Liverpool where they are right now is down to Klopp? If you had to choose one person, who would it be?
Is that for me or Adrian?
All of y'all.
I think Klopp has to take the bulk of it, but
come on.
Well, okay, why are they sixth in the league?
I just gave you a dossier, a dissertation why
he can't compete with Pep Guardiola, which that's fair enough. You haven't given me a
No,
just here.
sorry. What I mean is, I'm rinsing the board. The chickens have come home to roost. The board took the piss with Klopp because Klopp was doing wonders with what he had, and they thought you can go again. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you can't go again. And it's ironic that they're selling the club as well. They want to sell the club.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So now, so what is this Liverpool squad is good enough to make top 4, right?
Yeah, it is, and it will make top 4.
Yeah,
Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. And shall I tell you one reason why it will make the top 4? There's only one reason it makes the top 4, because their manager is Jurgen frigging Klopp. You put another manager in that helm, you will see hell. You will see hell. Put another manager in that Liverpool side, you guys know it, you will see hell. Come out here talking about Klopp. How dare we? Who do we think we are talking about Klopp?
Look, judging on what we're seeing this season, Klopp it's not been great. I just watched them lose to Brentford. I just watched it. Don't tell me they didn't have a better team.
No, for sure. No, for sure. Listen, it's harder to win games in the Premier League. Leave it. I'm playing games.
But to Peter's point, it's as simple as this: give Klopp what he needs. We'll win things. That's just the bottom line. If he says I want A, B, C, you say okay, you want A, B, and C. I'll give you D, E, and F because you're the friggin' man, and we work like that. And we work like that.
Let me tell you, if Klopp was my manager at Arsenal, do you know I would be going to Coney? Even I'm nobody. I'll go to Coney and make a statement for him. I say give him everything because he is the truth. This man and that's why I said for me the situation, like as bad as things are, I'm not too concerned because I think the remedy's here, and we've got Jurgen Klopp at the helm, and I trust Jurgen Klopp. My trust in Jurgen Klopp hasn't dipped at all. It can't.
As bad as the season has gone.
A man that's won the Champions League and the league when it should have been near neither of them. Remember where the depths of hell he picked Liverpool up from.
Exactly.
Let's bear in mind, what's his name? Brendan Rodgers lost the FA Cup semi-final to Tim Sherwood's Aston Villa at Wembley. Guys, show some friggin' respect, man. Come on, let's move on. Let's move on. Is there any comments before we thingy?
Oh yeah, they're saying Peter's a Liverpool fan at heart. He passion speaks when he shows it. Tahar says, "Are you going to see him in the Cup next week?"
I just don't want to see injustice. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if I see Klopp get turfed, yeah.
Yeah, but no one's calling for Klopp's head.
No, not only that though.
Endo was calling for Salah's head, and then 2-3 weeks later, he was telling us Salah's the greatest thing.
Exactly.
He said this for like 3 years. He said like in 2021 season, he was like, "Why is Klopp here?" Like he wanted Klopp out, and I think he still does. And there's probably more people like that.
What I find an injustice, Oscar, is that Klopp should not be the main bulk of the blame for Liverpool today. Yeah. No chance in hell. I'm so sorry. Does he have a part to play? Because as AD mentioned, the substitutions. Look, AD will watch Liverpool close, yeah? So he will see more things way more in depth, right? The same way you watch Chelsea, you see more things in depth than I would. But if you're going to come here and tell me that the situation at Liverpool right now is down, the bulk is down to Jurgen Klopp, get the hell out of my face.
No, when I look at the state of that midfield,
I don't talk about football.
That's Klopp, man. That's Klopp.
I don't want to talk to you about football.
When I look at the state of that midfield, that's Klopp, man. That's Klopp. That's Klopp DNA.
You that's Klopp DNA?
Yeah. Wow. Like you have to spot issues and rectify them. Like you can't just.
Okay,
But I said he rectifies them, Oscar. I'm saying that there's so many things to rectify. Look, he's gone and got cover for Luis Diaz because the winging situation, obviously, they're not scoring the goals as they used to. He's gone and bought a winger, right? If he gets more goals, he will win matches. And he's looking at how do I rectify this from front to back rather than from back to front. At the end of the day, like look at the defender he signed Konate, who would argue is a brilliant centre half. You know what I'm saying? He's brought in players where and when he can. Darwin Núñez, we know what we're gonna get. We know what we're gonna get from him in the future. We know it. We know it.
I don't think they know yet, Peter.
They don't know, cuz.
I don't know, but Oscar, you see your point about rectifying the situation. I always go back to this point. Liverpool bid £60 million for Tchouaméni. We didn't get him, and then we said, "Cool." So it's clear. So for me, and the reason why I always go back to that example is because
so when Tchouaméni goes to Real Madrid, what do you do next?
You go and get someone else.
You gotta look for someone else.
Who did you get?
But that's the point I'm making. Why?
Who's someone else?
No, but that's the point I'm making. Why wasn't Jurgen Klopp trusted and said, okay, cool. We haven't got plan A. Who do you want us to go and get for you next?
Bro, there's always
only
got
got
to
after.
be plan B. Look, for example, look, if Arsenal can't get Mudryk, there's someone else you get. You need to get a winger in this window. Get someone in.
No. But you still haven't answered the question. But Liverpool didn't get target A. Why didn't we go for B? Who withheld the P's?
Yeah.
Huh?
What? Yeah. You're going on like Klopp doesn't have plan Bs.
Wait. So you're telling me the club all willing and sanctioned 60 million for one player. You can't get that player, and Klopp's like, all right, let's go for this guy, and the board are saying no.
We've got receipts for this.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Do we?
No, hang on. We've got good form of this. Because remember, the only difference between Tuchel and Van Dijk is that Van Dijk didn't go to another club. That's the only thing.
That's Oscar's point. Maybe Klopp is waiting for Bellingham.
And Taha is doing the same example. The same thing that Klopp said is the same thing that Tuchel said. They came out in press conferences and said, we don't need a midfielder. We have Chamberlain. We have this guy.
No, but that's Klopp. That's Klopp defending his players, though.
Okay, but then what do you want me to believe?
He's not throwing them on the bro.
What am I supposed to do? When you're coming
I believe that the board haven't give Klopp enough money to go and strengthen that squad entirely.
Right.
That's the bottom line. He won the Champions League and the league.
He had enough because that's what he told me.
No, but bro, if he thought he had enough, why would he bid 60 million pounds for another central midfielder?
Because Chouameni is a one of a kind talent. He's a top player. He's playing for France in the World Cup at young ages. Yeah, we know who he's going to be. Whereas, so it was essentially let's not miss out on this talent while he's still relatively cheap.
I don't think that's what it was.
Do we need someone to just fill this gap, even if it isn't a supreme young talent? Maybe Klopp said, you know what, let's just save the money. Let's just not plug that gap. And
Do you know what I think happened? I think Klopp wanted I think Klopp said, right, this midfield is going to burst at any moment. He couldn't get Chouameni. He put sellotape on it, and he probably said, let me wait till the summer. I'll get Bellingham or I'll get someone else. But unfortunately, you know what? Yeah, I think Oscar's right. Like it's blown up in Klopp's face.
No, but hang on. One second. To SW6's point, though, Arthur Melo, what is he still a Liverpool player?
But that wasn't a real deal. Like, I don't know why people mention him.
Why
that's why you lot signed him, no?
Yeah, but it's not like it was literally just a body. We don't want him.
No, but I feel like that's a thingy though, isn't it? That's a like the sellotape, as you mentioned. Let's get to the summer.
That was a sellotape. That was literally plasticine.
Wow. What's the situation with him right now?
Contract. You know what, guys? We have to start there's great managers, but we have to start calling out their criminal activity when we see it. Yeah, we have to.
Bruv, hey, Nketiah's a criminal, bruv.
Oh, is it?
He's a criminal, bruv. The through ball was there, bruv.
Let's go through on goal, blood.
He had 2 man either side, blood. Oh my!
No, give him another. Give him another. He'll eat. Keep feeding.
No.
Give him another.
Adrian, this is like this is just football 101, bro. There's 2 man ready. We see.
Hey.
You're released, cuz.
What minute are you on?
46.
I'm on 46, 30 seconds.
Bro, why are you behind?
Bruv, I'm on ITVX, bro.
You done though. Big on the ITVX gang.
Watch on Sky Go. Sky Go's quicker than ITVX.
Hey, what is that? ITV on Sky Go? Yeah.
Who's hoovering, bruv?
Yeah,
Someone's hoovering, boy.
Is it? It could be mine. It could be mine. It's the fan. I apologize.
Good. Okay, Oscar. Let's move on. Unless there's anything else. Unless there's anything else to talk about. Is there any other comments
this is on terrestrial television. He said, "Why are we not all on the same time? It's on ITV, boys." We're all not in sight of a television. That's the thing. We're all not in view of a television. I'm using my phone, so I'm behind. But yeah, no, he's right. He's right. If I was downstairs, I'd be watching it live. I'm not
live. Okay, Oscar, can we move on?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about Manchester United. Look, things have changed. It seems like things have seemed to have changed. Things have been going up. I see Mr. Mr. Ten Hag has got his shoulders broad. You know what I'm saying? He's talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. But listen, as well as things are going well at Manchester United, and Robin is a happy man on the podcast for once, right?
Yeah, he's happy.
Val Weghorst, talk to me. What the hell is going on there?
So when Peter said, "Oh, what you call it," that Manchester United had more money than Liverpool, I said, "What?"
Wait,
Peter,
are you debating
Man
this?
United are broke. Man United are broke.
Oh my god.
You
Okay.
guys still pretend you don't have money.
Okay.
Oh no. We don't have money. Like Oscar, I'll
Oscar?
tell you this. I'll tell you this for example.
Oh.
I'll tell you this for example. You know, there's a video that's gone up. Someone found Ten Hag and they were like, "Oh, can you sign Mbappe? Can you sign blah blah blah?" He said, "Yeah, if you give me the pennies," and they all laughed. But he was looking at them with dead serious eyes. Like, this is a Dutchman that does not joke.
Yeah, but Robin, Mbappe costs a lot of money.
No. So look, the truth is, and I'm saying this is fact, we're in the middle of being sold, right? Because we're in the middle of being sold, the current owners said we're not putting any more money until the club is in. That's the whole loan situation. We can't afford to buy them. The fact that even when we're complaining about spending 10 million on loan for João Felix, that's when you know it's like, Rana, we don't have any money until the summer or until the new owners come in. So the whole loan situation, we're looking at, you can say Weghorst, for example, we're looking at bringing back Memphis Depay. There's this bare things. We can't afford to do anything, Pete. So that's why it's just like, it is an issue. And when I was talking to you earlier, like on Saturday, I said to him, I was like, you know what? I take him. Like, he can sit on the bench, calm, because we need strikers. But I'm not excited for it. I'm not saying why are we buying it, blah blah. It's a loan. It's not to it's not obligation to buy. Well, I hope not, but because we don't have the money. But yeah, that's just the main situation. I don't know what's going on. But what I can say is this: is that we've had a good spell. We've won 7 home games in the bounce. We've not lost one game in our last 15. Everyone's playing well. And yeah, like after playing the Big Six and we've had a good run, it's now to get back into meaty games again. We've got City on the weekend. And now we have Crystal Palace that was sandwiched in between, which is very annoying, before Arsenal. And then yeah, we just gotta go for there. But all I can really say is just keep the momentum up.
What seems to have worked at Man United, by the way, Robin? What's changed where you feel like, you know what, Man United have started getting some games under their belt? Is it something we should believe? Do we think Man United are serious, or is it, you know?
No. So the comment that SO6 said on the title, I'm like, nah, it's pretty too far. Even Ten Hag said, he said, trying to catch City or trying to catch Arsenal right now, he said it's a bridge too far. Not this season. Our task is simple: finish top 4 and get back in the Champions League. If that means finishing in top 4 or winning Europa League, that is the target. Can we do it? Yes, we can. I think we have the team and we have the manager that actually has tactics enough to do it. And he's done a massive turnaround since the start of the season when it all looks all doom and gloom. But we've had a massive turnaround, and I can't complain. I really cannot.
Yo, thing, Robin. Like 9 points is not that big of a gap here now. That's 3 games, bro.
Yeah, but then if we have to beat City, and then we have to go on a very, very informed Arsenal. So, and we have Charlton, by the way, and now we have Crystal Palace. So we have 4 games in 2 weeks. Bare games, and we don't have the squad. So I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't see us winning all the games. So yeah.
I ain't got 9, bro.
Oscar just froze.
I just put the comment up there. SW6 is saying, why are man scared? I guess he's talking about Ten Hag. Like, why are you scared? United literally win at City and they're right behind Arsenal. He's saying,
well, I would argue that Man United ain't played anyone worthy of note. And by the way, when they played Villa before the World Cup, lest we forget, they got absolutely pounced. Like, Man United beat Bournemouth and Forest, and we're here and Everton. We're here to have a song and dance. You know me. I'm a Man United hater. Let's be very clear. But secondly, like when you actually look at the situation, I don't think there's anything to rave about. I don't think there's anything necessary to sing and dance. So when he says it's too far, I think because obviously Ten Hag knows the sins at that club. He knows what's going on really, what's really there, more than what we do when we're watching them, just every weekend and so on. Like, where is the game against City?
I think it's
It's at Old Trafford. We've played them at City. That's the 6-3. So they beat us 6-3.
Yes, of course it was.
But then
Right.
we played our top 6. We beat Tottenham, we beat Arsenal, we drew with Chelsea, we drew with Newcastle, and we beat Liverpool. So
Lola said, if Man United haven't played anyone, what have Arsenal played?
Well, we're top of the league, isn't it? We're winning. We're winning our games. We had one little draw. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle obviously stank the joint out, but you know what I'm saying? It's one of those where we'll get onto Arsenal later. But because look, if Man United let's say, look, what's your next 3? You said it's Palace, City, and Arsenal, yeah?
No, so it's City. So technically got Charlton tomorrow, but then City, City, then Crystal Palace on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then Arsenal on Saturday.
These men are being bare stingy, bruv. What is wrong with Arsenal, bruv?
I said stingy, Eddie and Ket. Who was that?
Bruv,
Was that
pass
the
the ball, bro.
Good defended by Pate. It looks like Jacob Murphy's like twin brother plays for Oxford United. There's a guy who looks a spitting image of Murphy, and he's called Murphy.
He does have a twin brother.
Must be twin brother. Oh, does he? Yeah.
Yeah, called Josh. It might be him.
Bro, I swear this is Josh Murphy.
No, because he fell off. Because Josh Murphy was meant to be the better.
Oh, for real?
Yo, yeah, it's his brother still, Josh Murphy. Yeah, there's two of them.
There's a guy that I'm there thinking like Newcastle got shot at this guy quick, and he's already playing again, bro. This is like Adama Traore from Arsenal to QPR. Anyway, so it must be his twin. But yeah, no, like look, so of those 3, Robinho, how many points do you think Manchester United will get in terms of out of 9 points?
If I'm being realistic, 5.
Oh, who you beating?
Palace.
And you think you'll get 2 draws?
I think we can get 2 draws.
2 draws.
Anything more than 5, I'm happy.
What? No defeat, yeah? Okay.
Peter. Abdi says, correct me if I'm mistaken, but didn't we slap you 3-1?
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You see that one defeat Arsenal have this season? It really grinds my gears, bro. like, you know what? I wish it was Southampton that had beaten us this season, right? And we'd done everybody else. I just wished it was like a Southampton, because Southampton would not come chatting to me like this. How is Man United fan coming in chatting to me like this? And Abdi, where were you when your team was smelling and ponging? Now they're doing all right. He's back. He's back on the ropes. I don't know, man. It's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. But yeah, Manchester United looking.
Also, the one thing I want to say, like Peter, we thank the Lord every day for our lives. Yeah, that's
sure.
what we do. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
One person I need to thank since the summer, since September. I just need to thank Adrian Rabiot's mother, because had we not gone that route, we would not have had Casemiro. He has been the biggest breath of fresh air.
It's so annoying.
In a very long. No, he's good. He's good. There's a reason why he's one of the best DMs in the world.
But you know what? Yeah, but Robinho,
it's amazing to watch him.
Robinho,
and you know what's more annoying? It's more annoying that Pogba's not in this team.
For sure, for sure.
He would have loved this.
Pogba in this team would be salivating from the lip. But the thing is, what I find so frustrating is that United had Fred and McTominay. Yeah, you didn't need to throw much in there to improve that midfield. It didn't take much. They got one of the best. They've got one of the best in class in that position, and the revelation has kicked in. For flip's sake. Anyway.
So yeah. In terms of the rest of the season, the what you call it, the mission's simple. Get to Champions League. That's the mission.
Champions League.
How are you gonna do it? I don't know. My other worry is that because now we got Carabao Cup, we got FA Cup.
Yes.
We go down like, the Europa League returns. We've got Barcelona in a month's time, literally. No, but less than a month now. So that's going to be another annoying thing. And so I don't know if we just have the squad to do all four. So it's going to be interesting how we do things.
Yeah.
But, no.
How many players do you need to sign in this window? And how many will you get, you reckon?
We need a striker. We definitely need a striker more than anything. But, and I think that's the only thing I will say. I'll just say, yeah, just a striker, maybe a defender. When they were saying Harry Maguire off to Aston Villa, I was jumping for joy, but it didn't end up being true. But
that man can't be selling Harry Maguire, blood. Like, not now.
You know, I found
no, Peter. If Luke Shaw is playing centre back in front of you for the last few games, yeah. You need to look at yourself and say, "Do I have a future?" He doesn't have a future.
Situation. It's definitely a peak situation. And listen, Endo, I pick no bones about it. I can't stand Manchester United. Listen, if you grew up in the 90s, yeah, you get to watch what you get to watch. Yeah. And 99 was the year when I detested Man United in the year 1999. It's never stopped since. Let's be very clear. Let's be very, very clear.
Well, Abdi says, Peter, Eric Ten Hag's 19 wins in his first 26 games. We actually have an identity now. The feel-good factor around Old Trafford is back. Let's win a double this season, Europa and Carabao Cup like 2017.
Yeah, listen, he's on course. But can you trust Manchester United? That's the real question.
It is a real question. Can you trust them? Right now, he's not wrong. You got to wait and see. Yeah. And I need to look forward. I need these owners the new owners ASAP, because I don't care if they're Qatari. I don't care if they are from Thailand. I do not care. We just need to get him because it's affecting our business. When you're telling me that we have to do loans and loans only, Manchester United loans only. That's mad. That is crazy.
Yeah. So basically, the money is there, but obviously, it can't be there's no transactions being made purely on the basis that with the takeover situation, right? That's basically what it is. So fair enough. Arsenal are bringing on reinforcements. We see Granit Xhaka. Sambi's coming off.
Watch the midfield control just disappear.
Poor lad. So Xhaka's on. Zinchenko's on for Kieran Tierney. And
you know what? I've been watching this. Arsenal's been giving you a game slightly. I thought this would have been done and dusted for Arsenal.
The magic of the cup, isn't it? There's never an easy game. Let's be honest.
I can't lie. Yeah, this Josh Murphy looks exactly like Jacob.
Bro, Oscar,
these twins are identical.
Listen, I saw Jacob Murphy at the Emirates literally on Tuesday. So to see this, I'm like, yo, what the hell happened here?
These men are identical, bro.
Identity. Big up, Josh. Can we move on?
It's 0-0. No goals conceded. Sambi would have put you 1-0 up if VAR existed, right? So that's
a fact.
It was going to be a goal. Keeper weren't saying it.
That's a fact.
Abdi saying, imagine struggling against University.
Abdi, come on, man. Let's not act like you didn't lose at the G-Tech Community Stadium this season 4-0. Let's not do this. Let's not freaking do this, man. We got receipts for days.
Why do you consistently insist on calling it the G-Tech Stadium?
That's what it's called. It's what it's called. Listen,
that whack stadium.
It's just called. Let's call it the Community Stadium.
The fact that it's called a community stadium. Come on, guys. Let's have a conversation.
It's not a community, man.
Peter,
it's a lovely community in Brentford. What are you trying to say?
The house weddings as well now. The problem is deep together.
You know what I'm saying? What was you saying? That's what you was asking me.
Lola said she'll swap Sambi Lokonga for Ruben right now. Would you make that trade?
That's not. We do not agree. I don't want Lubum softest cheeks. I don't want him anywhere near my football club.
Respect on his name.
I don't want anywhere near my football club. I told you. I'm going to call him that. I'm going to call him until he does something relevant.
We have some breaking news.
We have a goal.
Wait there. Fabio Vieira swings it in. Oh, yes.
We have a goal.
Hey, relax, man. Why are you ruining it, bruv?
Twist and shout, twist and shout.
Really?
Mohammed
Come
on
on,
their knee,
5 minutes ago.
Mohammed on their knee. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Mohammed on their knee, Mohammed on their knee. Oh, come on. The Egyptian pyramid. Yep, that's absolutely right. 1-0 to the Arsenal FC. Look at that. He's on his knees. He's praying to the God that yeah. So yeah, should we move on to should we talk about Arsenal since we're here? Is there anything else on Man United before we go?
She thinks she knows how football works. Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal, man. Let's talk about Arsenal.
You man drew to Newcastle. What are you doing?
Hey, do you know what I just realised, yeah? Why did we even bother turning up to this Oxford United game? We've got City away next if we win. On this, man. Like, I just gotta call it quits.
Arteta ain't no punk, man. Let's go out here and win.
Oscar, how dare you? You were with me at the City ground this time last season in the third round of the FA Cup, and we lost to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Don't come out here. He's no mug. Would you don't act like that?
He's not like you can lose a game. Anyone loses. We lose.
Yeah, Charlie Patino at centre half, centre midfield.
Exactly. Is Charlie Patino in this team? Oh no, he ain't.
He was there pulling up trees against Nottingham Forest for Blackpool, actually.
Okay, anyway. But the point is, he's not playing no kids. He said, "Let's come here and win the game." He's not on no.
When is the FA Cup fourth round played? Is it even on a weekend? I swear it's a midweek.
I think it is. I think it is a weekend.
Okay.
I think it is because it's still bad teams. So yeah, it's when they start become like the fifth and the sixth is when they start bringing it down a little bit. But yeah, now talk to me about Newcastle. Newcastle FC.
Newcastle's annoying. Here's the thing, yeah. Two things I noticed, right? Number one, I'll give them their props on this part. They snuffed out Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. They did very, very well. They're very, very organized. They tactically got it absolutely like as well as they could have. It's just that two things. Arsenal obviously didn't come up with another option, didn't try to do something else in terms of scoring goals or attacking. Odegaard has the ball, doesn't know where to pass it to. However, with all of Newcastle's praise, my God, the time wasting was a joke. The antics, the referee was a farce as well. I mean, the referee started putting out yellows, then realized if I keep doing this, everyone will be on a yellow card, even including the goalkeepers. Everyone's going to be on a yellow card by the end of this game. So it was very frustrating to see that we didn't really have that cutting edge final third, but we didn't really have, like final third. I don't mean necessarily the finishing, but it's just the creativity, at least in the midfield, wasn't there. And Newcastle could bring on 4 players off the bench, and Arsenal didn't bring on anyone except Tomiyasu because Ben White was blowing. That's annoying. When Fabio Vieira's on the bench and Marquinhos is on the bench, fine, you might not think they're good enough, but bring them on. Change it. Do something different. Instead, he was too busy bouncing around on the technical area, not even being in the technical area. And I'm thinking, look, you've got Newcastle in front of you here. They're there to be taken because they didn't come to play football. And that's one thing I find very frustrating. Newcastle, when they played City, when they played Chelsea, when they played Liverpool, whoever they played, Man United, they went and gave these teams a go. But then they came to Emirates and thought, you know what, we'd rather not lose here. Now, of course, that's praise to us, but the football was not flowy. And just if they could just cut out the antics, I would have had more respect for Newcastle at the end of the day. But can I just say, they're the real deal this season in terms of swinging it with the big boys. They're legit this year. I can't deny them. They're legit this year.
I like this.
Sorry, Oscar. Lastly, Arsenal, if you can't win the game, don't lose. At the end of the day, it's a point. We gained a point. I'll take the point. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll take the point right now. Go ahead.
There's conflicting sentiments in the comments. SW6 is saying, I actually thought Newcastle did well. Not an easy team to beat. Endo is saying Newcastle were pathetic in midweek. I get being resolute, but that was worse than Burnley.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that.
They got their point.
I completely disagree. I don't think this idea, they didn't come there and say, oh, we're going to sit back and soak up everything. Arsenal forced them into those areas. Arsenal forced, if you
come on, Oscar.
I'm speaking.
Come on.
Arsenal forced them into those areas.
No, listen, but Arsenal had the ball and Newcastle didn't come for us.
Why would they?
Instead, they did it with everybody else. When Newcastle have been so impressive this year that they go and they hurt teams, and not once
Bro.
they like hurting Arsenal. Not once.
Yeah, but like you're like they come up against the best team in the league without Isak, without Alan St. Maximin fully fit. Like they did what they had to do, and I think they played a good game. Like I don't think it was this idea that Newcastle had no chance of hurting Arsenal. I don't think it was that.
Listen, Oscar, I'm disappointed.
Arsenal were better than them.
Oscar, I'm disappointed in Newcastle's approach. That's a fair comment. At the end of the day, Newcastle have gone out and attacked everybody this season, and they've hurt teams this season. Whereas they didn't come out and attack us.
They were away from home.
You could say, so. But look what they did at Anfield. They were unlucky to lose at Anfield because they went and had a go.
Because at Anfield they went behind and then fought back.
Yeah,
like, it's a different scenario.
Listen, Oscar. If I tell you what, if Arsenal went 1-0 up, Newcastle would have just taken that 1-0.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They would have brought on St. Maximin a lot sooner. They would have tried different things.
Yeah, okay. I disagree. The football I watched from Newcastle United was a shadow of Newcastle United. It wasn't the Newcastle United that we saw this season, and it was more Burnley. Ironically, Nick Pope in goal again.
It's not Burnley.
Time wasting in the first half. Like you time wasting in the first half.
Look, guys, there's not two ways to play a football match. It's not you go out and go gung ho and win the game, or
Nobody
you're Burnley. Nobody
said any of that, Oscar. That's not what I said.
Yeah, but you're criticizing Newcastle because they didn't play open against Arsenal. They've been the best in the league.
I'm criticizing Newcastle.
Incredible.
I'm criticizing Newcastle. Yeah, I'm criticizing Newcastle because of their antics, Oscar. Don't take 10% of what I've said and leave the 90. What I said to you very, very clearly is that the praise I'll give them, they doubled up on both of our wingers because guess what? They're the best in the league right now, right? So they doubled up on both of our wingers. But what I will say is that they all the cheating, the time wasting, and he's come through there. It's Eddie and Kets.
Oh, fantastic goal!
But then I tell him, feed the boy your score, man. You
listen, bro. Give me that phone call, Eddie.
But to be honest, that was poor from Oxford. Really,
give me that call.
They gave that ball away.
That's our number. That's my number 14 right there, boy. That's my number 14. Right. 2-0 to the Arsenal FC. They go through to the next round. Eddie.
Yeah, Oxford. Yeah, you get out of here. Real silly stadium.
I think Newcastle. Excellent game plan. Excellent point.
I just felt like that. I'd rather have seen the real Newcastle, personally speaking.
You called them Burnley. That's great.
Oscar, you didn't watch the game clearly because if you didn't see Nick Pope, how many minutes of the ball was on the pitch in that Newcastle Arsenal game? How many points do you think? How many minutes was the ball on the pitch?
I don't know, like 55.
It was 45 minutes. It's a friggin' farce. When the board went up for 5 minutes of added time, Arteta went apoplectic. He couldn't believe what he saw.
Hey, Adrian, what do we call that? What do we call that in football?
What do you call it?
Yeah.
What, hyperbole? Well, I don't know. What do you call it?
We call it the dark arts. We call it the dark arts.
Yeah. Listen, it's the dark arts, man. You got to play. You got to play the game. You got to play the game.
I'm disappointed in Newcastle. Come on.
I am disappointed in Newcastle.
I hate that. It's like the club at the moment.
That's a great side. No, it's a great team, and I think we could have had a much better game of football, end-to-end stuff.
It would have been better for you. It would have been better for you. You would have won the game. That's what
I'm
it would have been.
They would have passed it open. They would have been a 3-0.
I'm talking about the time wasting, the falling over, the yellow cards everybody was getting, the cheating, and we should have had a penalty.
All this holes you're locking it up.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have had a penalty. Nothing to do with how Newcastle played the game.
They gave Newcastle the free kick. I couldn't believe it when they gave them the free kick.
That's more of a criticism of the ref because I think that was a penalty too.
Yeah, I spoke about what's good and bad about Newcastle. Let's move on. Like, what the hell? I spoke about the good and I spoke about the bad. Newcastle were good and bad, the same way Arsenal were good and bad.
Ooh.
I think Newcastle played excellently for a point. I think that.
Yeah, and that's my disappointment about them is that they played for a point. Exactly.
You're the best team in the league at home. You guys are.
They got battered by Sheffield Wednesday.
Who you are?
Exactly. Man's going on like their Sheffield Wednesday. You know them way there, and then they lost to Sheffield Wednesday anyway. Good. That's what you get, man. Come beat Newcastle. Newcastle are great, blood. Beat Newcastle. Newcastle are going to do big things. And that's the thing. What's annoying is Newcastle are going to go to grounds. Oscar, they went to Spurs and piped them. They will go to Stamford Bridge and they're going to give you harm. They're going to give you some trouble at Stamford Bridge. That's the annoying thing about it. Man United, I don't know if they played Man United at Old Trafford or whatnot, but they're going to give
We should have had 2 penalties and we were robbed. The ref, that was a shocker referees.
Oh, yeah, it was the 0-0, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Arsenal, listen, I'm happy. David, where you at with Arsenal?
Everyone needs to relax, bro. Just calm down, mate. We're not halfway through the season, the Premier League. Everyone is stressing, blood. Everyone's stressed out because
What you telling me, man? What you telling me, David, man?
bro.
Tottenham
No,
and Man
do you
United
know?
next.
No, do you know what it is?
Big
Yeah,
games.
we're top of the league. Yeah, the way Arteta was moving this.
Say that again. Say that again.
We're
Wait,
top
what?
of the league.
Oh, love that.
Yeah,
We're top of
act
the
like
league.
it. Act like it.
This is what I'm saying. Relax, bro. Arteta
like
needs to relax, bro. The way man was moving, I'm like, yo, calm
He's
down,
done
bro.
touching her.
Nah, that's not
Who's
passion,
down?
bro.
Who's down? Who's injured?
Ah, well done.
Oh,
Is that Saka?
Saka.
Why was
It is
Starboy
Saka.
playing? See, why was he playing, bro? Peter, bro. Why?
Yeah.
Don't take him off.
David, I'm with you. Why is he starting? I have no idea.
Oh,
No idea.
I guess who's coming on, guys? In place of Saka, long-awaited Emil Smith.
Oh.
Now, why is he coming on the pitch? Save him for Tottenham, bro.
Nah,
Yeah,
here we
Saka's off the pitch.
Look, David,
He's
he hasn't
come off.
kicked the ball in months. He can't run around
Game's
against Oxford.
done. The game is done, bro.
Yeah, he needs match fitness. He needs to get the game in his legs. Come on,
He's
man.
coming like Gallagher.
Saka and Em Smith, bro. 1, 2, 3, I like
I can't lie, you man need Saka. So if he's injured, it's long.
Nah, I think the joy is I genuinely think Arteta was like, you know what, bun waiting time. Let's get him off. We got Spurs. Yeah, big one Sunday. Listen, big one on Sunday, guys. Listen, I'm loving football right now because there's big games and Arsenal are involved. We got Tottenham, we got Man United. David, how many points are we getting out of those 2 games?
I don't know, bro.
Can I give you a spoiler alert?
You're gonna say 6, innit?
6 points to the Arsenal FC. And you know what, guys? If we get 6 points, champions elect. Mark it here.
Is it?
What? Man United and Man City.
Well, if we beat Spurs and Man United back to back, champions elect. Champions elect.
Hey, Peter.
We still got City, bro.
Peter,
Peter.
you man,
Listen,
you see
the gap's big enough. The gap's big enough that we could lose to City.
Hey,
Oh,
you see Martinelli, yeah?
Wait there. Did you
Martinelli,
see it,
he's not one
Did
to be
you see
played
it?
with.
Oscar? Did you see it?
I told you, man, about Martinelli from early, man.
No. Listen, this is about
Right.
Eddie and Kets.
No,
This
look
is
at the
about
through
Eddie and
ball.
Kets.
Look at the weight of the pass.
I'll look at the weight.
Guys, why are we getting gas, bro?
What was it? 10 grams? What was that weight? Was it 10
Look at
grams?
the weight of the pass.
Guys, this is
Let's have a
Oxford,
Oh,
bro.
Peter, did it?
Quick question. What do you think about celebrations? Very quickly.
It looks offside.
It's Oxford, bro.
Nah, he's on. He's fine. He's on
It
time.
looks offside there. I think Arsenal got away with
There's
it.
no VAR. There's no VAR there.
Yeah,
Oscar, let me tell you something.
Arsenal have robbed Oxford. I think that's the story.
Guys, can I just say Oscar's a criminal, bruv. He wants to talk about Martinelli's through ball over Eddie and Nketiah's finish. You're having a friggin' laugh.
Anyways, you now have Manchester City in FA Cup 4th round.
Yeah,
there you
we're going now. We're going now. Thank you very much.
Where? Who's home?
Man City, bro.
City.
You're
City.
right.
We're going now, bro.
Why do you City get all the home ties against the big teams? Why?
Bruv, because obviously a bet was made, didn't it?
City away both domestic cups. What kind of a joke is that?
Do you know what, guys? I think we'll beat them. You know, I think we could beat them. I don't think they'll go with a full strength team. That City team. If they might bring Cole Palmer,
I mean, their second team is still just a 6, so let's do.
what Cole
Let's
Palmer?
be real
Nah,
here.
not Cole Palmer. Listen,
Bruv,
hey,
aside, this is what I'm saying, bruv. They're waiting, bruv. They're waiting for us for it to crash and burn, bruv.
Asad, you're not seeing the play. You're not seeing the play. It's a long game, man. We play
I ain't seen the play, boy.
You're not seeing the play.
Saying
They're waiting for it to crash and burn, bruv. Then they're gonna give it to
Listen,
us.
you man go beat Tottenham, and then
we need to
You'll
beat
see what
Tottenham,
happens.
bruv. We need to beat Tottenham away. We need to.
We
You know
never
what I'm
win that. We never win that Spurs
Oscar
goal,
just loves a
bruv.
good talent in Martinelli. Look. That's what
How's
it
man
is.
going to talk about Martinelli? Listen, Eddie makes that goal. You know what I'm saying? The finish.
Look,
You know what I'm
Eddie,
saying?
he needed to score. He scored 2 today. Congratulations to him. Excellent finish. But that through ball was.
By the way, Oscar, can I just say, Eddie's last 6 starts, he's got 5 goals. Let's just leave it at that.
Talk to them.
Wait, Pete, who are you saying that to? Who are you saying that to?
Let's
Because last time I checked, Last time I checked, you were the one that needed convincing about Eddie and Ketia. So, I don't know who you're telling.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I'm still
I
to
said
be convinced,
give him
bro.
10 games in a row.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And he will score goals.
Hey, we got Spurs. We got
You get out
Spurs.
your little pen and paper, jot that down. What was that? 5 goals and 6? Put that on your little chart. Let me know when we get to 10.
Yeah, Peter.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Just run the games. Yeah, we're gonna see now, bro.
We're going to see.
This is it, bro. 14. You got the number 14, bro. You need to turn up, cuz. Yeah, get me.
Okay, so Peter, remind me the next 2 games. Okay, on Sunday you've got Man City.
No, we got Spurs away.
Spurs away. What time?
4:30 kickoff, bro. It's the big one, guys. It's the big one.
It's a super Sunday.
It's a super Sunday.
Listen, Oscar.
Robin. Hang on, wait, David, 1 second. Robin, it doesn't end there because the following Sunday, it's another Super Sunday because it's the Arsenal FC against Manchester United. Oh, my God.
Bruv,
you're mucking me off. Oh, are you being serious? Chelsea are playing at 2 p.m. against Crystal Palace, not on TV.
They don't like you, man.
He's on TV.
Newcastle versus Fulham.
Oscar, that's a cracking game. Let's be clear.
I'm sorry, one of these is a London derby.
I don't give a damn. Oscar, you should be at Chelsea. Are you not at the bridge?
I haven't got a ticket, but I'm gonna have to get one.
What? You're not coming to the Arsenal women, Oscar. You're not coming to the Arsenal women against Chelsea.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I eat that blood. It's a midday kickoff.
I need a draw between you two, man. I need you two to draw.
Hey, listen, bro. Yeah, us, man. Yeah, David, bro. David, I'm not gonna lie.
The women's football was peak. Women's football was so peak.
Let me tell you, David. If we win on Sunday against Spurs and we win the following Sunday against Man United, listen, bro. Go get your Wolves ticket ready. Yeah, last game of the season. Get that Wolves ticket ready. That's what I'm saying. Get it ready. Get it ready.
I'm not, bruv. I'm not until I see it.
In fact, you know what? Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna give you a ticket for Arsenal Wolves on the last game of the season. You're gonna pay me £100 for that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I'll pay it, blood.
I'm telling you right now because you have to enjoy this right now, David. If you can't enjoy it right now, when will you enjoy?
So the last time
when all the guys lifting the trophy, blood.
So you man. No, still.
Smith
yeah,
calmer.
Death row, bro. Death row.
You man, I'm not won the league in 19 years, bro.
Allow me, man. Allow it. Robin, why'd you do that for? Why are you doing that for?
What, 19?
Yeah, it's been 19
years.
It's been 19.
That's crazy.
Next season we got a kit that's coming out. Yeah,
I need a draw because I care about top 4. I don't give a damn about title race. Title race is too far.
Why is Ben White coming on?
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Why is Ben White coming on?
Benny Blanco.
He was already holding his fire. He was holding his fire on the touch side.
Do you guys not get bored of questioning Arteta and it ended up wrong?
Bro, just relax. We've got Tottenham in the weekend. Just relax, bro.
Oscar's an idiot, but I swear down, he's an idiot.
Remember what I said? Look, listen, the Oxford round is a disgrace. I'll say this earlier because I've been there.
If I hit over the bar,
there's a cinema right there. I've been there.
I should have gone up there, man. I should have gone up for a way.
People are standing on the cars. That's what's happening.
I should have been at Bicester Village.
Why is the car park in full view?
In full view,
listen,
it's like a
like I said, it's 3 stands, a car park, and then it's Cineworld on the other side.
Wow, lads, we should have made this a Super Monday, bruv. We should have recorded live from the Kassam Stadium. Listen,
what am I going to Oxford for?
What the hell am I doing?
What do you mean, bruv? Bicester Village? What? Bicester Village, a little cinema thing, and then the Arsenal. Come on, that's what you call a great night. That's what I call that a great night.
Lola said it's 3-0. Why is White Boy on? White Boy.
Wow. Yeah. Look, Arsenal's tests is on the way. We got Man City on the 15th of February as well at the Emirati.
When do you play Liverpool?
Liverpool, I think that's down the road, mate. I think that's probably like March time or something like that.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like we played you bare early.
Well, bear in mind, didn't it? You know how you're playing. You're playing. Who are you lot playing?
We're about to play you and City, and that's it. We don't see you guys again.
We've not played Everton.
Next season.
We haven't played Everton nor Man City this season yet. We're playing other teams twice already. Do you know them ones? Like we're already playing Spurs. We played them already this season. We're playing Man United. We already played them this season. Like it's crazy. We would have cleared most teams out before we've played, Everton and Man City. But yeah, man, that's the current deal at the moment.
Shall we talk about a certain Antonio Conte and his recent comments?
What's he said now?
Well, yeah. What's he said now? Then what's he said since last week?
The whole Tottenham project. Like it's best that he's fifth. It's best that they finish sixth. It's best that they do. I was like,
he's not lying, Robin. Guess what? Newsflash. He's not lying. He hasn't lied. Where should Tottenham finish year in, year out? Where should they finish?
Well, if you don't believe in the project, he said that I'll only stay if the project believes me. I said, okay, this is it. This is the last season of Antonio Conte.
When I told you, man, yeah, he ain't signing that new contract. Allow me. Then he said he has to get an English dictionary because clearly what he said isn't what the press wrote about. I'm like, come on, Antonio, who you fooling, man? We know you. We know you, man. We know you, man. We know you, man.
I said, almost 8K closer. It's the lighting. It's the lighting. It's the same camera, man. Lighting's good. Ola says that Palace win doesn't change anything. Spurs are a foolish team who can't ball but have a saviour in Kane. The power of a star man.
No, we need to beat them, man, next Sunday. Guys, you don't understand.
Bro, they're such a bad team.
Oscar, you don't understand. Oscar, you don't understand. You know how much I'm going to be spitting on Top 4 podcast chat group when we beat Spurs on Sunday.
Hey, if you draw against them, actually, I need a draw. What am I saying?
Group chat.
The chat group. The chat group. I love it.
Endo says, guys, I've said this before and I'll say it again. What's the purpose of Palace? Never achieve anything, no ambition, just 11th to 14th every year.
Do you know what? I'm normally with him, but they've got Vieira.
Palace have just cage ballers, a lot of them. Yeah, I'm with Endo, man. I'm with Endo. When they couldn't beat Tottenham, I was very... When they didn't get
I agree with you. I agree. Palace is weird. Like, it acts like they should be aiming for the top spots, but they never do.
What do you mean? How should they be aiming for the top spots? Guys, it's Palace. It's Crystal Palace.
So you're saying Palace's purpose in life is mid-table.
Yeah,
fact,
it is. No,
they are called statistic fillers. Yeah, they are what we call making the numbers. That's what we call them.
All I was simply saying is that I'm sick and tired of rooting for them. Like, I don't care if you win now. I don't care.
No,
you're annoying.
Oscar, you're right. It's just that Patrick Vieira is the manager. I have to hold something for him.
So what?
Vieira. Oscar,
what does Vieira do for me?
Oscar, if it was Gianfranco Zola, yeah, I've seen you rooting for Watford. Yeah, I've seen you rooting for Watford. If it was Gianfranco Zola, you'd be all over it.
Yeah, he roots Everton. Let's be real here.
Sorry. The less said about that, the better. He roots for Everton. That sums it up. Don't talk to me about Palace when you root Everton.
Frank Lampard's one of the greatest midfielders to ever play in the Premier League.
Oh dear.
The way Oscar goes mad for Everton. I don't know why he questions Peter. I wasn't questioning Peter. I was just kind of agreeing with Endo in the fact that Endo's saying this team is just useless. And I'm like, yeah, same thing, they're useless. Because I wanted them to beat Spurs. I watched that game and they gave me nothing. I'm just like, you got this. That's why I said it last week. I said, you guys have shiny ballers, yeah? You have Jinky Majinky with Olise and Eze, and they do niche every week. All they do is look nice and have fancy hair. Look like it should be in DVE. But when it comes to making an assist, you're struggling every week.
I don't know, man.
They're good players. I know Olise is a good player. I know Olise is going to be really good one day. But right now, he's just annoying to watch.
The more you're talking, bruv, all I'm hearing is that Skepta hypocrisy tune. That's all I'm hearing, bruv. That's what I'm hearing. Right, guys, let's wrap up. Yeah, go on.
Where's the hypocrisy? I'm confused.
As in, because, like, for example, the way he backs Everton, he chats about Everton, he cares about Everton.
Okay.
The same way, as Lola said, why is he questioning me?
Guys, on BT Sport, there is a series where they have an hour-long show about each club in England and their adventures in the Champions League. So there's one for Manchester United, there's one for Arsenal, there's one for Tottenham Hotspur. This week I watched the one for Chelsea, right? And they started from 2000 when Gianluca Vialli, God rest his soul,
rest in peace.
took Chelsea to play Barcelona, and we beat them at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, that was in 2000. Yeah, from that onwards, yeah, I saw games in 2003, 4, 5, 09, 08, 10, 12 when we won the thing. Every single game, Lampard goal. Every game, guys. Final, semi-final, final. You name it. Lampard back.
BT Sport, yeah, BT Sport. I have to download.
Yeah, guys. When it comes to football, yeah, my childhood was watching Lampard dig Chelsea out of holes and save us. So my love for Frank Lampard, I'm sorry, it's never gonna. It's intertwined with football, of course.
Well, you can say the same thing about Vieira, though.
Yeah, but Vieira ain't the same. Ain't the same.
Oh, you saying Frank is better than Vieira? Is that what we're hearing?
I'm saying Frank Lampard's a bigger legend of Chelsea than Vieira is to Arsenal.
But my question to you, are you saying, do you think Frank is better than Vieira?
Define better.
You're ashamed.
Do you think Frank Lampard is a better footballer in all categories than Patrick Vieira?
Oscar should have said no and walked away. He should have just walked away.
Vieira can't do what Lampard can do.
Sorry?
Vieira can't do what
See, I'm the neutral person in this, so I don't really care. But I'm just asking the question.
We're not discussing Lampard versus friggin' Vieira. Okay?
That's it, Manchester United. I don't even remember.
Yeah, you did say Manchester United, which is an outrageous take. All right, guys, look, let's get into the squad. Let's have a look. I was just thinking that he's a fat merchant. Uncle Pat is better than midfielder than Lampard, and it's not close.
What do you mean it's not close? Do you
Oscar,
know Frank Lampard is?
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that statement. It's not close. If I'm picking a midfield, Vieira walks in there. Look, first of all, they're two different positions. Number one, they're two different positions. Number one, but number two, if I'm going to have a midfield, if I'm going to have, no, because I mean, Vieira's more of a defensive midfielder who scored goals and assisted. By the way,
did you say Vieira ever operated as a deep line playmaker?
No. So anyway, because I see what you tried to do. It's not going to happen. Yeah, Oscar. If you listen,
by the way, you said Vieira scored goals
in a midfield three, in a midfield of any kind, right? And he played in a 4-4-2 midfield. You're never having Lampard over Vieira in there. You're never having that. Oh, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. All right, let's move on. You're a friggin' disgrace. Let's see. Let's talk about the.
The disrespect for Frank Lampard's name pisses me off, PR.
First of all, it's not disrespect to say that someone's better. It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect.
Frank Lampard carried the team to Premier League titles on his back, bro. Like, stop.
I'm sorry. What did Vieira do?
Stop.
I'm sorry. What did Vieira do?
Vieira was captain of a great side.
That was it. I'll move on.
He's a great captain. He's a great player.
He debuted for Arsenal at 20 years of age and won the World Cup. He went unbeaten. He won the double. He's won 2 doubles. He's gone unbeaten. Wait. Oscar, let me finish. On his back? Okay. Two titles. Was it 3 titles for Arsenal?
On his back.
Oscar, you are just... Vieira versus Lampard is a joke. This is a joke.
I didn't bring that up. Bear in mind, I didn't bring this up. Don't make it seem like I had this conversation. You call it a disrespect because I'm saying Vieira is ahead of Lampard. It's not a disrespect. No, bro. Man said biological father. Look, Lola said I'm a stat merchant because I'm talking about Lampard's goals. What? That's disrespectful. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is disrespectful.
Well, right.
Here's what Lola's missing. Lola said, you're talking like Lampard like he was surrounded by bums. Let's not act like Chelsea were Liverpool. It don't matter. Chelsea won 2 Premier League titles. Lampard scored the most goals and got the most assists from midfield. He was the best player on the team. That's who we're talking about when I talk about Frank Lampard. Him. He was really him. Like, nah, man. Put some respect. Like, go back and watch the footages, guys. Go back and watch the tapes. Lampard gets talked about like he was a penalty box man, like he was Dele Alli. Like he was Dele Alli, so they talk about him.
What do you mean? You was bum-licking Dele Alli when he was scoring goals for Spurs.
Dele Alli was a
Don't
great
do
player.
it.
What, one season? I pushed 2. Lampard did it 10 years straight, 10 plus goals in the Premier League. No one's done it. No striker's done that. No attacking midfielder's done that. No winger's done that. Lampard done it from central midfield. Don't piss me off.
Ain't that like the Ryan Giggs one? He played like 30 years in the Premier League. He scored in every year. I mean, come on.
Lampard played as a
Hey,
deep
you're
man.
taking the piss for you.
No.
You're taking the piss for
What did you say?
I wasn't.
What did he say?
I said that 10 goals per season in whatever it was, 10 straight years, was like the Ryan Giggs one where he scored like in every Premier League year for like 30 years.
No. Ryan Giggs scored a goal. Frank Lampard scored 10 plus goals. Listen, double figures from midfield. One has done it before. No one is going to do it since. Not even strikers have got that goal scoring record. So come on, bro. Like,
not many strikers play 10 years in the Premier League. Let's get that out of the way.
Some of them did.
Like who?
Alan Shearer, greatest goal scorer in Premier League history. He didn't get 10 goals straight.
Oscar, he's got 260 goals. I mean, let's leave him out of it.
But he didn't score 10 consecutively. Lampard did.
Look, Lampard is an elite player. We can't ignore that. I'm sorry. He's not better than Patrick Vieira. I'm sorry. Okay.
Bro, I never said he was. I never once said he was.
Fine.
So, like, bringing that to me is unfair. But
let's go.
Everyone's telling me Wusa. I can't, guys. It's Frank Lampard. I cannot calm down. I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, he backs Everton right now. There's no Wusa with Frank Lampard talk. Let's be very, very clear.
No, what Lampard did from a club. Guys, you got to remember, I've been supporting Chelsea from before Lampard joined. Like, I was supporting Chelsea before Lampard came to Chelsea. So when I watched Lampard arrive and bag every single season in the Champions League, you need someone to depend on. Lampard was scoring that penalty. He was scoring that goal. You want to talk about clutch players? Lampard's one of those clutch players I've ever seen in my life. So I'm not trying to hear it.
Right. Predictions for next week's Premier League action. Premier League football is back. In fact, not even next week. This Thursday. Really, Adrian? Really, Adrian? That's a joke of a question. Why is he better? Did you watch him?
I think we should bring this to extra time.
We should. We definitely should. But also,
it shouldn't be Lampard versus Vieira. It should be something else.
I know it's ridiculous to do Lampard versus Vieira. They don't even play in the same position. Anyway,
yeah.
I mean, the guy can tackle, he can score, he can assist. What can't Vieira do is the question. He was the most complete midfielder, central midfielder in the world, in the frigging world, and he won the European Championship, the World Cup, 3 Premier League titles. He was part of the unbeaten side. He was the captain. He was a leader among men. He went toe to toe with Roy Keane. Don't piss me off, Adrian.
Did he win the Champions League?
He didn't win the Champions League. No. Lampard won it 10 years after Vieira retired. So don't do that with me.
So Lampard won it. Lampard dunked on Xavi and Iniesta in the process. Don't do that.
Oh, come on, even you sweatboxed that game. Don't even try that with me.
We were up. We faced Barcelona about 6 times. We faced Barcelona about 6 times in 10 years, and we held our own in midfield against them, man. The best midfielders of the generation. People say that's the best midfield of all time. Xavi, Iniesta, flipping Busquets. Lampard went up against them every time, and it weren't close. Like we were better than them most times.
And in that time, Barcelona had more Champions Leagues than Lampard, so it don't matter.
But when they came up against us, it was long day. It was long day. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Predictions for the next week. Okay. This Thursday, guess what? The worst team in West London are at Fulham. Come on. Huh? By the way, wait. Listen, you lot are a disgrace. Can I just say this on the Top 4 podcast? Can I say this? You know where I'm going with this, right? Oscar, you know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
We ain't put no flipping respect on Marco Silva's name. And as soon as he was doing dirt at Everton, I couldn't stop hearing his name. Right? First of all, Adrian, how dare you? How friggin' dare you? What's the matter with this bloke?
Did you hear the accolades we said?
What's the matter with this bloke?
3 Premier League titles. I said 3 Premier League titles, and you brought Gerrard.
Let's do a Souness. Bring your medals to the table, because I can't believe this conversation. I can't believe. Anyway, Osaka.
Adrian.
Osaka, Chelsea away at Fulham, man. Come on, is it 3 points for the Chelsea or the best team in West London continue their run?
Look, like I said, Graham Potter has to win this game, and for me personally, he has to play well and win this game. You know, if he wants my backing to continue.
Will he though?
Yeah, I think we win. I don't think it's going to be convincing, but I think we win 1-0.
Wow, a clean sheet. Come on.
Yeah. Fulham ain't got Mitro.
Why are these men saying there's no Mitro? According to fantasy football, brother, he's clean. He's clean as a whiz.
Nah. Suspension, no?
What do you mean, bro? I've selected pick team. I'm seeing Mitro. He's right there.
Yeah, because that's this game week. This game week is still the same game week.
It's still the same game week. Chelsea played their game in hand. Yeah.
He's suspended.
There's no alley.
Okay.
Yeah, hold that.
I'll hold that.
William
Look, Oscar, you know what else will be held? You know what else will be held? A Fulham victory. Let's be very, very clear. Fulham will beat Chelsea this week. And guys, look at everyone in the comment section. Don't be surprised. Fulham are going to beat Chelsea this Thursday. Oscar knows it in his heart. Assad knows it in his heart. Baraka knows it in his heart.
I don't see us losing.
I see Fulham. Andreas Pereira.
So you know where come from, yeah?
Oh. Yeah.
Let me tell you this, yeah. Robinho, you need to find me a ticket at Craven Cottage. You need to get me through the back door. Yeah, I know you got.
You know what? Yeah. The thing
is, I'll take the boat from here.
Annoying team.
I'll take a boat from here.
Annoying.
Go on. Why?
Because as soon as they hit the Prem, them prices quadruple.
I don't
the Championship is
Robinho, Robinho, can I tell you something? I'm a sick man. I will pay big money to see Chelsea get held against Fulham. Are you mad?
They've got to pay for the new stand. So there you go.
You know what I'm saying? A little swimming pool thing. I might even go for a dip. You know what I'm saying? I swear they got a swimming pool above their stand. Outrageous.
It's January.
Listen, I saw topless men from Newcastle at the Emirates on 3rd January.
Where they from?
Newcastle.
They're built different to you, my friend. They are built different.
Hey, listen, bro.
Them Newcastle man don't see what they do and think you can do it too. That's not the case.
Man's in the hospital, man. I'm saying.
Them man have NUFC tatted on their belly. They're not the same.
Oscar, Assad's comment is legit true. Fulham are the favourite for this game.
I mean, they're not though, are they?
They are the favourite.
They actually are. Let me look
for a okay. Put your money on them. Put your money on them. If they're the favourites, guys, put your money there.
Listen, it is what it is, bro. No, those Newcastle fans are moving nuts. They always move nuts, to be fair, in the snow. But I'm going for a Fulham victory. Robinho, Fulham victory?
Fulham.
Oh, lovely. And Oscar, what are you saying? Draw.
That's a Chelsea win.
You're delusional. All right. We'll leave Aston Villa Leeds. No one cares. It's a Friday night football. By the way, that Fulham game is a Thursday night football. Aston Villa Leeds is on the Friday night. Oh, is this how we're kicking off the 14th of January? Saturday. Manchester Derby. Manchester United versus Man City. 12:30. Guys, huh? The WhatsApp group's going to be hot. What do you think, Robinho?
I hate 12:30s. I hate it.
You should. You don't win often. You should. Not against City anyway.
Anyways, I am saying a draw.
It says draw. Oscar, what are you saying?
I'm saying Manchester City win.
Why am I seeing United victories in the comment section? Why am I seeing United victories?
United 3-2, United 2-1, United. Everyone's going for Man United win, bro.
Oscar, do you know Pep Guardiola, yeah? He rocks up to Old Trafford, and you know what he does? He takes points. Has he lost at Old Trafford, this man?
Yeah, he has. He has. Remember, Ollie did the double over him.
Did he?
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I can't call this game.
I can't call it. Listen, it's a City win, bro. I'm going 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. It's a City victory. Let's not do this. Oscar, where are you watching this game? Where are you watching this?
I'm going away. I'm going to be in Brighton next weekend. Yeah, I know.
Hey, what? Like what? During what's their thing? What's that month called? No, never mind. Let's move on.
Yes, you're a sick guy. You know that. You're a sick guy. You're a sick guy.
Brighton are at home to Liverpool. AD, are Liverpool going to get 3 points at Brighton?
No, they're not.
Man, they've been struggling to get 3 points there, boy.
No, no. Brighton are going to win.
Yeah, I don't see Brighton winning. I think Liverpool back to winning ways.
Liverpool have to win this, surely. The thing is, no Liverpool fan has confidence in them.
Listen, who did they lose to? Who did they lose to?
Hey, Oscar's getting rinsed, fam. Oscar's getting rinsed.
I don't know why I wanted to do that. First of all, why did you ask me where I'm watching the game? No one needs to know that information.
Do you know why? Because I thought we were going to link up, watch the game together. You know what I'm saying? Me and you feast over Man United defeats. Come on. I was just trying to have a family weekender. These times, you're in Brighton in January. Say no more. Say no more.
Stop using I'm not familiar with this content.
Okay. Yeah, I think Liverpool victory. They have to squeeze it. Oscar, the battle of the relegation fodder and this managerial sacking of the Sedge. Everton are at home to Southampton. Oh my God. Both teams. By the way, Southampton are dreadful. Hey, we ain't spoken about this.
Guys, Southampton are pathetic. Oh my goodness.
Did that man lose at home to Nottingham Forest last week? Oh God.
Brother, can we talk about new manager bounce? Yeah, they have none of it.
They lost at home to Nottingham Forest last week.
Southampton have been downright deplorable.
They have been a shower of garbage. Let me tell you,
Southampton's recent run of results. They lost 1-0 to Forest. Before that, they lost to Fulham. Before that, they lost 3-1 to Brighton. Before that, they lost 3-1 to Southampton. Sorry, to Liverpool. Before that, they lost 4-1 to Newcastle. Before that, they lost 1-0 away at the Pretenders, Crystal Palace.
Oscar,
guess what? Before that, cheeky little point against Arsenal. But they're pathetic. They're pathetic.
And the thing is,
please.
Everton's going to score like 3 against this lot. I'm so sorry. And also, their games after that, they're at home to Villa, who look like they're on the way up, right? Then they're away at Brentford. Brentford's never an easy place to go to. Then they're at home to Wolves and then away at Chelsea. Guys, they might sack 2 managers in one season. I swear to you, I'm not even joking. They might sack 2 managers in one season. Oh, Southampton are funny, bruv. Them men are funny.
Their manager tag teamed with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 19. They deserve everything they get. How is your manager called Nathan Jones? You deserve it. You deserve it.
It's over. It's over. We got to call it. We got to call it. We got to call it there. We got to roll the credit.
WrestleMania 19.
WrestleMania 19. We got to run the credits.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oscar, remember he didn't wrestle because Undertaker had a handicap.
It was handicap.
He came in afterwards.
He came at the end.
So not only was he billed to wrestle at WrestleMania 19, he left the Undertaker high and dry. Man's a criminal. This man is a criminal. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, just Google Nathan Jones Undertaker and you'll see everything.
He was in prison in Australia.
After
he ended up in Seattle.
He eliminated the Undertaker and he got banded up for like a good 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
He just got banged.
I've died laughing, man.
And
oh my God.
WWE in London, which nerd is going? Me?
Oh my God.
Money in the bank.
Yeah.
Criminal spent 9 years in jail. Nathan Jones needs to go to jail. If Southampton do not win against Everton, Nathan Jones has to spend some sort of time behind bars. At least a young community service. Because what is that?
All right, let's move it on, man. Sunday football. Afternoon football kicks off with Chelsea at home to Crystal Palace. Oscar, do you reckon? Should that be 3 points?
We must win. There's no other. These games that are coming up are must-win games. There's no draw. There's no good performance. No, it's win. W's on the board. That's it.
Funny. Too funny.
I swear, if these pretenders that I've been dissing, I guarantee you, we're gonna lose. At least say double and Eze assist or something stupid.
The Wilf,
like that.
the Wilf, man. I think Palace
Palace,
might get a result. Chelsea are
I think
ropey,
Palace get a
man.
result.
Okay,
Yeah, I
can I
think
ask
Palace
you-
get
can I
a
ask you a
result.
question? When have you seen Palace get a result at Stamford Bridge?
It's been. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
Oh, yeah.
I've
I've
never
never seen it.
But
But it's Chelsea.
have you seen your manager and how he plays
Chelsea.
and all the injuries you've got? Yeah, I'm not a believer. This game could go either way. I'm not gonna lie. Go either
Look
way.
at Lola. Look at Mandem FC 2-1. Palace are trash too, you know. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're
bad.
smelling. They're smelling.
They're
smelling.
bad.
Okay, Oscar's going for a Chelsea win. Rubinho, what are you saying? A little draw? A little cheeky?
I say a draw.
Cheeky. Oh, a Wilf Zaha late winner. Come on, give it to me. Okay. Newcastle Fulham is a big game on Sky Sports. That's why Oscar's game didn't make it on Sky Sports.
It's not a big game. What are we talking about?
Actually,
It's not a big game.
My friend.
Come on, Fulham.
Top 3.
Come on, Fulham.
The mighty Chelsea is playing, and we're not televised, and they're showing Fulham versus Newcastle.
Do you know what other games not televised? You know Palace at home to Man United is not on TV on the Wednesday. Mud thing.
See, guys,
I'm sure they'll find a
country,
channel.
yeah,
They'll find a channel.
They see money and they just throw it away.
All right, guys.
Let me support the Negroes, Oscar. Okay, we got Koulibaly at centre back. We got Chalobah. We got Carney Chukwuemeka. Who else do you want? Aubameyang up top. Come on, man.
He never plays.
Who doesn't play? He doesn't even make the squad anymore.
First of all, Aubameyang was injured, so
With
I don't know
what?
why you guys
With
are
what?
here. You come here
What
with your mirror sport journalism here.
Tell us
Aubameyang
anything.
doesn't play. He was
Tell us
injured.
Tell
He
us
had a
anything.
tight back.
He hasn't played though.
He had a back strain.
He's made that up. He said he had a tight back. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
back strain.
You've
Back
made that
strain.
up.
Back strain. He's probably doing backflips in training. You know, my man.
Say a back strain. Man said a tight back. Brother, what is that? Pause.
See, look at Endo. Endo said Palace won at the Bridge in 15-16 and 16-17. I believe 16-17 we'd already won the league, no?
Still won. What was that when Benteke? With the Bentekers, yeah? I leave
I'm
it.
talking about Mourinho days. Come on, man. These guys don't win at the Bridge.
Okay. And lastly, Spurs at home to the Arsenal FC. 4:30 kickoff this Sunday, guys. Let's get it on. Come on. Be smart. Be wise. Arsenal victory.
Wait, Love Island's back. Is Love Island back tonight?
Next Monday, I swear.
Sorry,
Nah.
I'm sorry.
Next Monday, I believe.
There's a damn about no Love Island.
The
What about that
mental,
man and gal just lips in? Nah, dead thing. Anyway.
No, we care. We care.
He's
don't
acting
even know
like
that.
he's acting like Ben White and Emil Smith Rowe are going to be tuned in every week.
Listen,
I
let them be
think-
tuned
I
in.
think-
I ain't gonna see it.
Yeah, I think a 1-1. Lola's going
I
to
think
1-1.
I think it's going to be Arsenal win. Arsenal will win.
Yeah, it's true. Arsenal always underperform at the lane. You lot come out
Yeah,
timid at the
yeah.
lane.
Fun fact: we ain't won there since 2014. It's
Is
been
that
a
fun fact?
long time. It's been a long time since 2015,
Yeah. You
14.
lot underperform at the lane still.
Listen, bruv,
Oh,
Conte's about to set off the grenade. Me, I'm ready to watch the 3 points. 3 points. Come on, Arsenal.
We haven't done any awards.
What for? What? For what?
We need to do some awards. That's some Premier League football. That's some goals. That's some,
And what?
who's
You
not
mean
that
award
guy?
from the Premier League from the thing before?
Who's been not that guy?
Oh, how long you got?
Oh, we didn't know that guy. Straight into not that guy.
I said who could be player of the week. I know who that is.
Who?
Who's your player of the week?
Rashford.
Marcus. That's why he cares about the award. That's why he cares about the awards.
That is my-
Because Rash has been
It's
doing
Rash. Who else is it? Who else is it gonna be?
fair enough. Yeah, give it to Rash.
Wow, Arsenal have one win in 14 at the lane. Wow. This is looking like Thomas Tuchel's home records.
That's not true, is it? That's just not true. One win in 14. Oh, okay. So that goes before the 2014 victory.
Also,
Yeah,
VR.
it's been a hot minute.
Last season, Thomas Tuchel won 8 league home games. He's a criminal, you know. He's a guy's a criminal.
How many home
yeah,
games
let's
is
carry
Potter
on.
won? How many home games is Potter won?
Probably one of my 8.
Nah, you're pushing it.
He's
What, in
probably
the
one of
league?
your 8 already.
In the league? Come
I
on.
don't know.
Come off
I
it.
don't know.
Jeez,
Rashford has one more goal than Nunes, by the way.
Yeah,
Fair
but
play
Rashford
to-
also scored 3 goals at the World Cup. What was Nunes doing?
Wow.
See, why do people do this? They try to equivalate the stats, but the stats don't equivalate. That's a word. Equivalate is a word.
Wait, is he not rating Rashford though? Why have you taken that to heart?
No, because he's trying to say that, everyone's talking about how great Rashford is. See, look, he's saying my light's gone. One is a flop and the other is in the form of his life.
Yeah, I agree with AD there. Full condition.
No, yeah, but it's not like he's saying that Rashford has one more goal. Rashford was England's top goal scorer at the World Cup. Like, Rashford's been in form. Why are people trying to reduce it to the
Was
three
Rashford
games?
England's top goal scorer? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he was on the bench. He was on the
Him and Saka
bench.
both
You didn't play him.
He was there.
Wait, say that again. Him
Rashford-
and Saka, did you say?
Yeah, they both scored 3.
So Saka was also a top goal scorer as well. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Rashford did it.
He just refused to play him.
All right, man. Let's move on. We need to wrap up, bro. It's nearly 10.
Baraka says, player of the week is me because I completed another round of life. Happy birthday, Baraka.
Big up Baraka, bro. Happy birthday, OG. Yeah, you're done, no? Big up yourself.
Endo said the way Oscar goes high pitch when he's fuming. I can't control it. I hear, like, when something gets me, the voice just goes up, bro.
Yeah, team of the week.
Team of the week.
You can give it to Man United. You can give it to Man United. They've had a good, like, I mean, they've done their thing, man. They beat Everton. They beat obviously, was it Bournemouth last round? Yeah, Bournemouth last week. They've done their thing. They've got the 2 wins. I don't know many teams that got 2 wins back to back. But then again, City beat who? City drew to Everton though.
City beat Chelsea twice.
City did beat Chelsea twice. We can give it to City. Definitely give it to City.
Oh yeah, SW6 saying happy birthday, Peter. Happy birthday, Peter. Happy birthday, Adrian as well. It's Adrian's birthday this week.
AD as well. AD had his birthday as well. You're done now. Hey, the top 4 gang was out. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night, boy, we were outside.
It's saying Peter turned 40.
But see, he turned 40 last week. No one said nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're not rating.
They're mugging it.
I'm catching this L, bro. I'm catching this L.
They're mugging it.
45.
Oh yeah, but team of the week. I think it will go to my boys. It has to.
No, I'm going Man City. No, Oscar made a great shout. They beat Chelsea twice.
They won 3 games. They won 3 games.
Wait, hold on. When was our last podcast?
It was last Monday. Actually, no.
Why are we doing 3 games?
Yeah, it was last Monday.
Why are we doing 3 games?
Because we watched Man United live. Remember, watched them live. Then we beat them.
Who did you beat
on Thursday? Bournemouth.
So what? The worst team in the league. Who did you beat after?
Yeah. Well, we went after that. Who did we have in? What do you call it in the Prem?
Everton.
It was Wolves. Beat Wolves, and then now we just beating FA Cup as well.
We covered Wolves last week, man. We covered Wolves last week.
We covered Wolves when Rashid slept and he woke up.
It's been W's anyway. It's been W's. It's been pure
when he crashed. Now, Man City beat Chelsea twice. I'm giving it to them.
Chelsea,
Chelsea
home and away,
and conceded no goals. Chelsea are trash. But Man United beat Bournemouth and Wolves and freaking Everton. Turn it in.
It's a democracy.
You're the worst. You're literally the worst teams in this thing.
It's a democracy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Listen, it's a thing, man. It's a Man City thing, surely. Okay. What goal of the week, guys? I don't remember any goals.
I couldn't tell you. Oh, Man City's third goal, Foden, was excellent.
The FA Cup first goal, the Morris free kick, fantastic. That's mine.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Unless anyone has anything.
I'd rather go with the Foden, the Foden goal because the football was delish. The Morris one, Chelsea didn't want to be in the ball. Chelsea players didn't even want to be in the wall in that Morris free kick. Every man in his dog saw where that was going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I'm going.
Calvert-Lewin's disallowed goal was cold. Sorry, we don't have an award for that.
It's disallowed.
Disallowed goal goes to Morris.
Oh, that's a big shout still.
What?
Darwin Nunes' goal.
What, DN27, yeah? Come on. Mahrez, top 5
very good
player to come to Prem. Top 5. Yeah, he's up there. He's definitely up there for sure.
He won a player of the year. Like that's not even a question.
No. He's cold.
Goal of the week. Did you see Kane's goal this weekend? I saw Kane go against Palace. I didn't see Kane this weekend.
Who's his first player on the weekend? They were away to someone like rubbish or
No,
something.
they were
like that.
home. Portsmouth. They played Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Oh yeah, they did play Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Man are saying Nunes is loading. All right, fair enough, man.
We know this, man. We know this. All right,
Not that guy.
Graham Potter.
It has to.
Give it a rest.
He's having a laugh.
Give
He's
it a
having a laugh
rest.
at the moment.
If
What
it's
is he
not
doing?
Graham Potter,
What's he
it
doing to
is
you?
the referee. It's the
It's just not good
referee
enough.
that disallowed the Wolves' goal. He's
Because
definitely
bear
the
in mind,
guy.
bear in mind, when it comes to not that guy, we don't just give it to people who lose. We give it to people who make stupid errors. So give me the error. At least tell me. I'm not saying it can't be Graham Potter because he lost 4-0.
No. In all fairness, it's got to be that referee for Liverpool against Wolves. Shocking decision. It's a shocking decision. Definitely not that guy. Whoever that referee was, not that guy.
Apparently, that was his first big game that he's managed as an assistant referee.
There you go.
So my question is, why are you putting such bad?
It's like the referee against. It's like the referee.
Oh, he is not that guy. He is 100% not that guy. What is his name?
What's my man called?
Noel.
Is it Macron? Is it Macron?
No, it's not Macron. It's
Is it not Macron anymore?
It's the French FA president, not the.
French FA.
Yeah, I think his name's Noel. Man
What did he say?
He said he doesn't give a damn about Zidane. Like he wouldn't call him to be the manager because he thinks he just won't pick up. I'm going to stay with Didier Deschamps. And he just questioned, if you go to, he said you'd rather Zidane go to Brazil than be the manager. And then Mbappe came out and was like, dude, what are you saying?
Man says Zidane is France. What?
Zidane is France.
That's a
what are you
wild
saying?
statement. That's a wild statement.
Now, apparently, today, he was scheduled to give a live public apology. So, you, my friend, I think it's Noel.
Yeah, get that.
The French FA, the FFF president, as they like to say in France, you are not that guy. Sort it out.
we need that in French. We need to know what not that guy is in French. He deserves it. The guy did not. You know what I'm saying? Oscar, let's pick up Lucas Perez. Do you know why? Because it's a great story. Lucas Perez, former Arsenal Lucas Perez, a man I really adored at the Arsenal Football Club, has left Cadiz in La Liga to go and join his boyhood club, a team of support, Deportivo La Coruña, in the third division of La Liga of Spanish football. And he cut his wages like almost less than half. And I think he paid with his own money the transfer fee to get that move to Deportivo so he can bring them back to the second division. What a man, Lucas Perez. What a man.
So he wants to single-handedly bring them back to the second division.
That's correct.
Does he have the facilities for that?
He has got the facilities for that, big man. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. when Oscar, when you soon see, listen, Lucas Perez, come on, he scored in his debut. He scored the other day. So
that means he's great.
Oscar, he was a great player for Deportivo, and he's going to be a great player again at the second time of asking.
Adrian said, look, it's not exactly Diego Tristan.
That's a Diego Tristan.
He's not exactly
Bandiani.
Adrian said he scored twice in his debut. Okay, fair enough. So he's doing his thing, yeah? Big up.
Yeah, move on. Move, Oscar. Get on him. Anyway, people.
Can I drop him up that guy?
Yeah, come on. Let's wrap this up, guys. Come on.
Sorry, man. This guy was born on December the 4th, 1951. He is a sports writer and television sports commentator. Now, for those of you that are familiar with the American brand of football, there was a shocking incident in which a player, I think his name is Lamar Hamlin.
I know exactly who
you mean. Yes, Lamar Hamlin.
The Bills.
He was not. Adrian said, "Oh, he doesn't even know who it is yet." Yeah, so there's a player called Damar Hamlin who was knocked unconscious within an inch of his life in the middle of an NFL off-season game. Postseason? Postseason? Is that what they call it?
No, it is on. The Super Bowl's coming up, my friend.
In season, bro.
Yeah, that's the postseason.
I'm sorry.
No, the
playoffs
Super
are the
Bowl is
postseason.
this week.
It wasn't the playoffs.
No, the playoffs are the postseason. No,
It wasn't the playoffs. Do you want me to say this again?
what game was it? Was it not a wild card game?
I don't think it was a wild card game. The wild card games are this weekend. Oscar thinks he watches the NFL, bro. Come on. Brother, let's go.
Anyways, no, continue.
Yeah.
Because
so obviously this player
what
was
you
knocked.
said was
This player was knocked unconscious. This player was almost like had to be resuscitated on the pitch and brought back to life. Obviously, the players were very, very shell shocked. They started praying. They formed a prayer circle on the pitch for this player. So very similar to what we've seen in the Premier League for players like Fabrice Mwamba. Ryan Mason, I think, had a similar incident where it's just like, oh my gosh, this is a harrowing injury here. You don't know what's going to happen. He was rushed to hospital where thankfully he was resuscitated, but the thoughts are that, this guy's probably never going to play football again because of, the severity of his injury. So now at this in the game, in live, people did not know if my man was going to make it or not.
Sure.
Like I said, he had to be resuscitated. He was taken out of the stadium into the hospital, and the game was obviously postponed. At this point, for some reason, I was awake.
Which
Everyone
the NFL never do, by the way. The NFL never do.
I meant to say resuscitated. My
bad. Resurrected. Yeah, which they never do, because even in like cold conditions, they play regardless.
But the thing is, they were even considering like it was almost still going to play.
Still got to go ahead.
Yeah.
So at some point they had made a decision to just not play the game, and at this time, a man by the name of Skip Bayless decided he was going to tweet. He was going to tweet. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So basically, he's just been getting cooked for a whole week because he was more concerned with the NFL scheduling than, people taking the appropriate time to actually recover from what's going on in the actual game. So, yeah, he got cooked by everyone.
Skip gave him a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Shannon?
Yeah, not Skip. Shannon, Shannon gave him a new one.
Obviously, so that was a Sunday night game, and then obviously they did their show Monday. Shannon didn't appear on the first show. So on the Monday, they did the show without Shannon. And on the Tuesday, Shannon came in and basically said, look, I didn't want to do this show with you because I basically knew the situation. And in his explanation, so Shannon had an opening monologue, and then Skip interrupts him to basically try to defend himself, but he interrupted him. So yeah, it was just a mad thing. And then
so what, Shannon let off, yeah?
No, Shannon said, don't interrupt me.
Yeah,
he said, don't you dare.
Tried to. But it's another incident of Skip basically just instigating and pushing. And there was another clip that went viral a few months ago of him pushing Shannon Sharp to the edge. But this one just showed a little bit more insensitivity, and it was just not nice. It was just not nice.
That's weird from Skip, man. I never Skip. I've watched that guy for years. I never would have thought he would be that. Like if he's making a case of oh, you know what, I didn't know the severity of it then. Yeah. And now I know it and I apologize. Fair, you know what I'm saying? That's all fair because he's probably on Twitter just making noise. Although
I don't think what he said was so crazy. It was more so the timing. The timing of it is bro.
I was gonna say, I think okay, fine. If a player needs to go and be resuscitated and whatnot and taken to the side, can the game continue? Some could argue, like in football, we've had a player break his leg. No, I'm not talking death, but a player that's broken his leg and the game continued. And it's almost because the point is, look, if you put that guy to the side, the game can still go ahead and continue, can't it? You know the ones. It's one of those where it can. But
we saw the situation with Christian Eriksen at the Euros. And, I'm sure all of us when we were watching the game was that, okay, so what happens now? Do we continue? Do they postpone the game? Do they move it? What? Your mind naturally wanders to the next logistical thing. So I get why he thought that. But it is very insensitive to be speaking about the sport when somebody could be dead. Come on, bro. The sport is irrelevant right now.
True.
Shout out to Mirage. There's Top 4 podcast discussing American sports. The growth is real.
Hey, listen, we've
guys.
been loving up the American sports, yeah. Big up my Commanders, you get me? Hey. Big up the Commanders. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Super Bowl person because
That is
that's
it,
it.
yeah?
That is it.
No NBA.
I dabble. I dabble.
What's that? Dabble?
Yeah, I'm more interested in the final series. So
It's a Wizards thing, you get me? And then a little, you know what I'm saying? And then even in the baseball, you know what I mean? Orioles, Nationals, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
baseball. Yeah,
guys,
you lost me there.
Listen,
It's time to wrap up. It's time to wrap up.
Me and Oscar have done our fair share, boy. We've done our fair share of baseball, boy. It's been
the only sport I watch is WWE.
Hey, you're done though. I haven't watched WWE in years, but I've got the WWE network and I am binging on some of that classic content. Guys, that was the Top 4 podcast this week. Thank you very much for joining us once again on a Monday, 8 p.m. Big up all of yourselves, okay? We've made it to a week and a bit of the new year. Make sure those New Year's resolutions stay in place, okay? And Mirad, by the way, the WWE Money in the Bank at the O2 Arena, listen, my O2 priority is ready for that drop, yeah? It's ready for that drop. So, yeah, you can catch us there.
If I don't get a ticket, I'm breaking in.
I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in. Do you know what I'm saying? But yes, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. Oh, wait there. What's SW6 said there? And the podcast that you should #champions elect.
He said 97 greatest year ever.
Actually, 97 was elite. I'm not gonna lie, 97 was elite, but 2000 for me was the best year ever. I love 2000.
2001 is the best year ever.
Do you know what, Oscar? I watched it back. 2000 is better than 2001. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. The
power trip. The Rock. It's just a Rock.
It's just a Rock being a Rock. WrestleMania 17. Sorry, bro.
No, you're right. WrestleMania 17 is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. But listen, 97.
I think that could be debated now.
Say again?
I think that could be debated. Greatest main event, but I think the whole pay-per-view can be debated. I think it can. We've had bare millions now.
Oscar, that's on extra time. we'll discuss on extra time. There's no way. There's no debate. Oh my god.
There is a debate. I think
97, by the way, 97 was elite, bro. Brett Shawn and then Kane Undertaker. Good grief.
Hey, hot take. The Undertaker. Wait, anything with the Undertaker does it for me. If I sleep on the Undertaker, we'll be here all night.
Oscar's an Undertaker hater. Oscar's an Undertaker hater. Don't get him started. Because I'm
Nathan Jones.
Big up Nathan Jones. Chelsea is on hiatus.
Right, we need to end the show.
Yeah, big up Mohammed, but we're going to end the show right now. Guys, make sure you come and check us out next week, Monday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how can I forget SW6, HBK versus The Undertaker, and Kane's debut? Oh, anyway, guys, make sure you check us out next Monday, 8 p.m. when Arsenal have beaten Spurs and Fulham have beaten Chelsea. We'll see you then. Till next week. Peace.